Morning, people. It is Tuesday, the 3rd of September. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And sorry, what am I doing? Ads. As always, your favorite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right, man. Brent, how are you, sir?
I am blessed and highly favoured. I actually crashed yesterday. I had a meeting at 2.
Oh, you said crash. Don't pause.
No, crashed yesterday, I said.
Who crashed?
Me.
Yeah, but when you say crash, like,
Sleep.
I think car crash.
Okay.
So you got to say quickly. You know what I mean?
Sorry, yeah.
We're gone. Or after your meeting.
Yeah.
Well, you know my theory about that.
That I need sleep?
Yes. But you don't believe you need sleep. Well, you sleep. Well,
I definitely need
actually,
sleep.
no, you do and me. Why have we never pointed this out? You know how you guys laugh at me for being alive in my sleep, for being awake in my sleep? You basically do the same thing because you're thinking of work in your sleep. We are the same people.
How did you word it out based on what I said?
Huh?
I think of work in my sleep. Go on.
No, because I was thinking, because I always talk to you about sleeping.
Yes.
And you say you can't sleep because you've always got a lot to do. And sometimes, you can't sleep because you're excited about the things that you've got to do. So, girl math, work, sleep, when you bring them together, you're working in your sleep. If you're thinking about working in your sleep, you're awake like me. You're never denying it. There you have it.
I'm not going to respond to any of that at all.
But yeah, you crashed after your meeting yesterday.
Yeah. And
What time did you wake up?
I think around 6 or 7.
What time did your meeting finish?
3.
Are you sure you didn't fall asleep during the meeting?
I'm certain because
Okay.
I called Stephen afterwards
Okay, fair.
to basically feedback.
The DL.
Yeah, because he had an action to do off the back of the meeting, obviously.
Okay.
To drop like an agreement and everything. And
People think Kris Jenner works hard. Stephen works hard.
oh my goodness.
Stephen works hard.
Yeah, I don't know who Christian is. Who Christian is?
Kim Kardashian's mum.
Okay, does
So
she work?
Yeah, but she's the momager, innit? She made an empire out
You
of...
say momager?
Yeah. That's a mama's manager. Have you never heard this? Oh, I miss Gina. Gina, where are you, girl? Everyone's heard momager.
I can't put it past you that you coined that term, you know.
I promise I did not. I promise. If you Google momager right now, type in famous momagers, it will come up with all the mothers that are managers.
Wow.
It's a thing.
And the men that are...
There's no dadagers. None.
God damn it.
They're too busy having concubines whilst the mums are making stars out of the kids.
I guess the original is manager.
Yeah, but
Hence them looking
you
to
know
change
how that's
it.
worked out. So, but yeah. So there's been this saying around saying that the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Serious?
What?
Isn't she the devil?
Were you meant to be somewhere?
No, I was thinking if I say I might get in trouble.
Go on.
The manager,
Yeah.
the momager, what about the day? The danger.
Do you know what?
No, this is what someone texted me.
Wow.
To be fair, you did have your phone in your hands.
Thank you.
Yeah, people are crazy, man.
Stop this.
Yo, Mark, I said, stop this.
Wow.
That's wild. Well, they can't coin that term. That just wouldn't work out. Like, it's just, sometimes just let things go. You can't have everything. Yeah, so what was I was saying? You threw me off.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
How far are we continuing?
Yeah.
All right, so I
You have an announcement.
announcement. Can you remember when Jay came on from Africa, Chika?
Yes.
Yes.
All
Pick up
right.
Jay.
So, fantastic news.
Oh, they're back.
There is some sort of initiative in... Let me just get the email up. All right. The brand has been selected by the Mayor of London,
Oh,
Mr. Sadiq Khan,
sick.
for the major event Black on the Square in
Beautiful.
Trafalgar Square this Saturday.
Oh,
Let me
wonderful.
pop up the link. Black on the Square. Here you go, Trafalgar Square.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
And the time is 12 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Nice.
There is no cost attached to this.
Nice.
We are looking forward to celebrating black culture and creativity again in 2024 at this free event brought to you by the Mayor of London.
Nice.
The flagship event highlights high-quality black culture and creativity, being a celebration for the whole city and for the people and communities who contribute to the capital's creativity. There will be a packed program of activities for all ages, including amazing music performances, a range of activities for children and young people, including face painting and
Nice.
art workshops. The free festival is an opportunity for Londoners and visitors to embrace the diversity of black culture. This year's event will celebrate and recognize the importance of collectivism within the community and inspiring a sense of togetherness. A range of black-owned businesses will be offering delicious food from Caribbean, Mauritius, Guyana, Jamaica. What are they doing?
What do you mean?
They start with Caribbean and then say Mauritius, Guyana, and Jamaica.
Oh.
Are these
Who wrote this?
copywriters? Nigeria, Ghana, including plantain, bites, fusion fish and chips, plant-based. There you go, Emmanuel.
Yep,
Ice creams, and West African vegan delights. Stores will offer a selection of artisan goods ranging from accessories, coats, bags, home decor, candles, art prints, jewelry, headwear, and inclusive books for all ages.
Dope.
You got the main stage acts, stores, and workshops, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so make sure and get down there. Ooh, lovely. She's even featured in the drop-down menu. You
Sick.
have Anakra, London. You have Libon. You have Gale Sense. You have Doria Adwiki. Probably butchered that. The TWDS Black Culture Market. Beep, 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 beep. I don't know if it's that's not ours, is it? Back Farmers Market.
No.
Take that
No.
home back. CC Finery, Guitars Portal, London. I don't know why I said portal like that. Portal. African Chica.
Big up. Big up, Jay.
Guitars, that's that already. Book Love, Carnival, something for Gin and Gist. Fee, Usi, and Ma Oma. All right, cool. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I am going to put it in the Discord, and I'm going to put it in the description for the video at the end. Please make sure, if you've got nothing doing, even if it is you've got something doing and this is better, go and check it out and check out African Chica's store. It's going to be great. All right. That is enough announcements.
Wonderful. Love to see it. Big up, Jay.
Love to see it. Love.
Okay. Right. What else is there? Please don't forget to like this video while you're here. I haven't said that intro for a while, so like this video while you're here. Let your button, or let your finger hit the subscribe button as well. Why are you laughing?
Von said, I swear I posted this a month ago.
Who posted it a month ago?
Von.
Oh, does he want a sticker? Do you want a cookie? You want a cookie, Von?
Wow, we.
No, but isn't the point that it's being spoken about now? Because he ain't reminded us.
No, but it means that
In them making inappropriate jokes about people
means
that I guess.
he could be sharing valuable resources, and
He chooses not to. He chooses to do,
we're not even
do
acknowledging
evil
it.
instead.
Von's not an evil man.
Von is an evil man ever since Von made a comment about one of our guests that I think is highly inappropriate. And since then, I'm off the Von train.
Can
Never on
Von
the train, but I'm definitely off it.
can Von fight back for the perception of him?
I don't know about that because that was just crazy.
Ooh.
And I just think it was highly inappropriate. And I know Von's going to act like he
think it
doesn't
was
know.
just a throwaway comment.
Yeah, but sometimes you throw things and
it
other people
sticks.
catch it in the process.
Mm.
So, yeah, Von. So that's just where I'm at with you
Damn
at the
it.
moment. Hopefully someone in the comment can remind you, because I'm not going to say it.
All right.
It's blasphemy. But hopefully someone in the comment can remind you what that comment was. And moving forward, we don't make such.
All right. Shout out to Demi.
Big up Demi every single time.
There
Big
was
up, Demi.
a post that Black Rob shared in a Discord yesterday. Citing all his references and whatnot. And I had responded to it, telling Black Rob never to stop speaking truth to power. We should never basically let up on these evil bastards.
Of course not.
And then I went on to basically at Demi and ask him a couple questions. And Demi responded to my message saying, "Oh, I'm an evil bastard."
Oh, what?
And I was, I'm an evil bastard.
As in, he's an evil bastard. Demi's smart, man. I love a sharp man. Like, I love people that are just on the ball, on the game. Like, I love it, man.
But I didn't call him an evil bastard.
What did you say to Black Rob?
Should I read it?
Yeah, go on.
All right. Let me know if
Go here now.
you feel,
As in me, Esther.
Esther.
You know damn well I will. You did not have to ask.
So this was my response to this young man, Black Rob. Where is this message? Where was it? General chat? It wasn't general chat. Was it instant reaction? Instant reaction. Do. All right. Let's see. Brent says, "Nice write-up, Black Rob. Don't ever stop speaking truth to power. These evil bastards can..." I say ever get a blight, but I mean never get a blight. So obviously I'm reading
You're doing too
a
much.
mistake. Yeah. These evil bastards can never get a blight. And then full stop. And then I say, at Demi, I'm really curious as to your stance on this matter. And it's because you show such intelligence when you grace us with your participation. You come across so measured, rational, and reasonable. The importance of research is your grounding principle. Yet on this COVID matter, it always sounds as though you're on the wrong side of the issue. This issue being that a great injustice was carried out and we need to prepare ourselves for it not to happen so easily again, right? And then I followed it up by saying to Demi, I can always hear you out when you say that misinformation shouldn't be spread 100%, but there's been far too much info that's dropped since that proves this great wickedness, and it can
So all this unprovoked.
No,
All this because Black Rob posted something and you just atted Demi and sent him a
No,
paragraph.
he had Black Rob added me. And
Yeah,
then-
but you atted Demi. That Black Rob posted what he posted. You then atted Demi and then wrote this whole paragraph. You didn't just call him an
this-
evil bastard. You said your mama.
But this is
This is crazy.
Wait. I need to know if I did something wrong because I just see Discord as a way to basically talk to the community.
Yeah, but why? Like, why didn't you just accept the information that Black Rob brought in and leave it at that? Why did you
I
have to tag
wanted to
in
talk to
Demi?
Demi.
Yeah, but anyway, carry on because I know you're not done with your paragraph.
Let's say finished. And it can be found out if you want to look for it. And then Demi respond by saying, "Am I an evil bastard? Lol." I mean, well, laughy faces.
Yeah, because basically you said you said to Black Rob, we've got to quiet these evil bastards. Then you went on to at Demi and then do a whole epistle. So he thinks that he's who you're trying to quiet.
But and again, I'm open to being wrong in it because I responded to Demi's message saying, "Lol, never that. You're one of my faves, top 2, not 2." And then I did that, yeah. The evil bastards are those people or the conspiracy nuts blamed for the world's ails. So I told him I wasn't calling him an evil
And
bastard.
then did Demi respond to that?
No.
Well, that'll do it. That will do it. Do you know what? I think Demi's just joking about the evil bastard thing.
Yeah, he was.
But you did a lot, man.
No, I just wanted to make sure he didn't think I was calling him an evil bastard.
Yeah, but I just
in
think
case.
that if you put something about evil bastard and you do space at Demi, then you bang on.
No, I put the full stop.
Yeah, that makes it better.
Wait.
That full stop was what.
Wait, so what should I have done
That
with that?
full stop is what let Demi know, not you. I'm gonna at you in the same post I talked about evil bastards that we need to speak against, and then I'm gonna at you and tell you that you are contributing to people with the truth, quote unquote truth, being silenced.
So what should I have done better?
I don't know, Brent. I don't know. I think you should have just let Black Rob post it where he posted it. you could have liked it and commented on it what you think, and then you could have just let Demi have the lovely day that he deserved yesterday, because you carried on the vim, from topic of the day into Discord, following Black Rob's alleged receipts.
You know, that's only because I rate Demi so highly. Do you understand? So I wanted to find out if, like, he really, really felt the way I thought he felt when he was making his point, his stance.
fair.
Yeah. Because if this happens again, I would love to know if Demi would do the same thing. Do you understand? I would be curious.
Do the same thing as in take the vaccine again.
Yeah.
But why is that relevant though? I had chicken yesterday, and then today chicken's on offer, and I'm like, no, thank you. Actually, I'd have beef. Like, why is it so relevant that because you've taken a vaccine one time, you must take it the next time and the next time and the next time? Like, why is that something that you guys are holding on to? Why is that so important to you guys?
I asked my father. I'm answering your question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I asked my father yesterday because I too
because you're doing justice.
this stayed with me, right?
Yes.
So I went to my father, right, and I asked him, Daddy, how many jabs did you get the first time? He said he took 2. I said, why didn't you take all they were offering you? He said he stopped after 2. I said, why? He said, because of what it did to me. I said, but don't you trust them? He said, no. So I said, if they come up with another one, would you take it? He said, no. I said, fair. And this is somebody, like I said, the only reason why I'm so passionate about this is because what it did to my father. That's the only reason, right? And anybody who I care for, if I have information that they may not be privy to, I will share it with them just in case this information is the thing that will then be like, oh my goodness, didn't know this. I will be more like attentive or careful next time. I would wouldn't just whistle and just walk into the whatever room it is. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when I'm always hearing, I love Demi, especially because he gets onto Emmanuel, right? So I'm biased. I'm biased in Demi's favor, right? I will let him talk forever, right? But when I hear him saying he cares about research, I don't expect research to be put in front of you and you then discard it, because then you don't care about research.
No, but then research was also put in front of him to let him know that taking the vaccine is not as bad as you guys were saying. Like, there's research on both sides. So basically, you just want him to... But essentially, someone has to care about the research that you think is on the side of your argument.
No.
Because there's research on both sides. Would you agree to that? There's research that's saying that people can take the vaccine, blah, 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 blah. And there'll be research that's opposing the vaccine.
So in my estimation, you're saying before, all we heard was good. We didn't hear any bad, because it was censored, right? So I'm talking about now, there are further investigations that have been had. They're still going on, and it's literally being fed. Drip. Right now, obviously because Elon Musk doesn't center on thing, you're getting more information, right? And you can trace that to actual sources, right? Legitimate sources. Right now in Congress, they're literally going over this because of the censorship conversation, right? It's all intermingled, it's all intertwined. And obviously because they have this narrative that they want to get onto Kamala and Biden's rule and how damaging it was based on information going out, they're on their necks on that, right?
Yeah.
So if you have this here and you're not looking for it, you're going to basically keep your mind on what you've been fed already, right? I happen to care about this information because it affected my family.
Okay.
Do you understand? So I'm going looking for it.
Okay.
I want to be informed completely.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't just listen to the stuff that confirms my bias or my
Your theory
pursuit.
and stuff. Yeah.
I don't. Do you understand? So when, like I said, my favorite, when he calls in and whatnot, I love it. When Black Rob suggested a couple things and then Demi just Googled and read something. You haven't spent enough time even researching what you're even just Googling. That's not enough time. Not in real time. Sorry. Because that thing that Black Rob cited, this was an actual conversation in an actual body conference. Do you understand? And the information, the stats that was provided was damning to that particular vaccine company. It was damning. You type in Google this, and then the first result that pops up, and in my head, he would have gone for the one that confirms whatever argument he was making.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That wasn't sound at all. I'm not against Demi. I'm questioning I do my research, I care about research, I listen to experts. Do you understand? We have been listening to quote-unquote experts all the way through.
But if you listen to experts, you have to agree with the experts.
No, you don't have to agree with experts.
So maybe he then listened to experts and he doesn't agree with them, so he's still going to do what he wants to do.
That was in real time that he did that thing just now, yesterday. It was in real
Well,
time.
the Google thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But I'm saying, you questioning him doing research or listening to experts, blah, blah. What if he does all of that and he's still like, actually, no, this is the side I still want to be on? Is that a thing?
I would love for him to give me the information that he is arguing.
No, but even if he
in the
reads,
stance of.
even if he just reads your information, you and Black Rob's information, and he's like, okay, I hear that, but I don't accept it, and I'm still
That's fine.
pro that, then that's...
that's I'll be like, all right, fine, you've read it and you don't accept it, fine.
Okay.
But in my head, he hasn't. Not all this information. And I could be wrong. If he tells me he has, then cool.
Yeah, I think that... Anyway, I think it's what I said yesterday, and it's no offense to any of you guys, but I think that this whole... Like, I don't understand why this is such a massive thing for you guys when it's literally to do with other people's bodies and beings.
Again?
Forget, like, aside from the fact that it's affected your dad, I can understand why you feel the way you feel because it's your family, but I don't understand the need for people that did take the vaccine wanting them to say, oh, next time I'm not going to, like, what does that do for you?
All right, so I'm building up the network, right?
Okay.
And our people need as much information as possible about anything that looks to impact them.
Okay.
Right? So if they're not getting it because of censorship, there's a big problem.
That's fair.
So whilst we're on TDA and we're sharing news, and that's why I said, Demi, also, I agree, misinformation is bad.
Yeah.
But definitely silencing something that could be the truth is even worse.
Yeah. I understand that, but I feel like yesterday it moved from all of that to the fact that user wanted me and Demi to say that next time you wanted both of us to say that we felt duped. And when I say you wanted it, I'm putting you, Margs, Eman, Temi in the same, because you guys are all anti-vaccination. You guys all made different comments.
Anti-vaccination.
Fair.
I'm anti-vaxxer.
That's
not an anti-vaxxer.
But you get what I mean.
No.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You've grouped me. You've grouped my particular...
You guys did not take the vaccine,
Just the
so you're anti
anti-COVID,
it.
Just the COVID one.
No, don't...
You did not take the COVID vaccination, did you?
You called me an anti-vaxxer. And then
Okay, you're an anti-COVID-19
because I
vaxxer.
didn't take the
Does that help you?
vaccine, I'm an anti-vaxxer.
You're an anti-COVID-19 vaxxer. Is that okay? Is that more detail? Because did you take the COVID-19 vaccination?
No.
Okay, so you're anti the COVID-19 vaccination.
Yes.
Is that a better term to say, or do you not want the anti-vaxxer at all? Because anti-vaxxer, fair enough. You probably maybe took the little ones when you're younger, blah, blah, blah. Fair enough. But the anti-COVID-19 one, you guys didn't take that,
No.
and you're not for taking it.
No.
So the network conversation about, censorship and stuff like that absolutely makes sense. I understand that. But that was not the argument here in the room yesterday. There was more care for, do you guys feel duped? Do you guys feel had by the government? That was more the fight you were fighting.
I don't mind you looking at me and talking to the people that were pushing that. I don't mind you doing that. I don't mind you doing that. But if I now tell you that wasn't my focus was listening to Demi and listening to Black Rob, and then Black Rob cited something, and in real time, Demi looked to do something, right? Also, Demi swung a haymaker to say, well, y'all are saying that this X was censoring everything. How come that y'all know this information if it was censored?
And I agree.
That's not a sound statement.
I think it is. Because you guys are making a big point that this was hidden.
If I tweet something...
All of you happen to know about it.
If I tweet something at 8 a.m., right? My followers might see it immediately. it starts picking up speed. It starts going viral. As soon as it's on that radar of those who look to snipe it down, it gets taken off.
Okay.
That is censoring.
Okay.
Right? But all the people in between that time would have seen it. Sometimes it's screen grabbed and it lives forever because people put it up. Do you understand? So when he said, well, how come you know if it's being censored? That is not a sound statement.
Okay.
And again, that's what I have an issue with.
Okay. Well, I'm sure.
I am the biggest fan of Demi.
I'm sure Demi has. I'm sure he knows now. He must do. I've got another bone to pick though while I'm here. Is Antonia Hansen a woman or a man?
Woman.
A letdown of a woman, I'll tell you that. So I'm saying that Von made an inappropriate comment about somebody, and you're there telling Von, oh, it's okay to make inappropriate comments. Pick me is gonna kill some of you. That's the honest truth about it. Pick meism is gonna be what you cannot give someone permission to make comments about other people that could make them uncomfortable. That's not a right for you to have. If you want guys talking to you like that, you're absolutely fine. That's okay. You can live like that, because the same Von is even. I didn't even see that he deleted and apologized for it. So my bad. But the same person saying that he deleted it and apologized for it, and you're there saying no, it's all right. Like you can make inappropriate comments. Ugh.
Did
That's
she know
really
what comment
irritating
it
me.
was?
I don't know if she knew what comment it was, but she should have minded her business. She didn't know what the damn comment was. That's so embarrassing. You're not even shy. And let's get into headlines before I go in on her even more.
You might have got anything to get off your
So
chest.
irritating.
Nah, man.
You sure?
Yeah, I think
We've all done a turn. Why wouldn't you look to basically join the company?
Oh yeah, the other day, man.
Yeah, do it, bro.
I'm never there.
Come on, bro.
Someone called in. Messaged about the South Africa thing. I'm back.
Were you here?
No,
No, you weren't. No,
I'm
you
not
weren't
there,
here.
man, yeah.
That's convenient. I told him you weren't here because you knew you were going to call it.
No, I'm only joking. I don't really have anything to comment about that, to be fair.
Somebody left a message yesterday saying, so proud of Emmanuel being able to be calm whilst everybody else is basically getting onto him. He's causing the back of that.
Can you imagine?
He's calmly causing the back.
I mean, Iman Hive are dangerous.
He's calmly causing. He would like the back.
Can you imagine?
And
And they're like, oh, they're trying to burn him.
No,
He
man.
started it. The
This is not
audacity.
true.
The audacity. Anyway.
Ah, bloody hell. bloody.
Okay.
All right, people. So, headlines. This first headline is going to be the subject of our topic of the day. So, hopefully, some of you guys can call in. Yeah, exactly. Pay attention and call in. So, the UK has suspended some arms sales to Israel, saying that there is a clear risk the equipment could be used to commit serious violations of international law. Foreign Secretary David Lammy said that the UK will be suspending 30 out of 350 arms export licenses to Israel. The affected equipment includes parts for fighter jets, helicopters, and drones. Mr. Lammy said that the UK continued to support Israel's right to defend itself, and this did not amount to an arms embargo. Israel's Defense Minister Yoav Gallant posted on X external to say that he was deeply disheartened by the move, while Foreign Minister Israel Katz said that it sent a very problematic message to Hamas and Iran. Mr. Katz also added that Israel operated according to international law. Next headline, and Westminster has no plans to increase English council taxes. This is what Angela Rayner has confirmed, but she declined to say that whether she would scrap the single person discount to the bill. So the Deputy Prime Minister, who is also the Secretary of State for Housing, Communities and Local Government, told the Commons that her government is about making sure that working people are better off. But when asked about the single person discount, which reduces council tax bills by 25% for taxpayers who live alone, Ms. Rayner did not commit to keeping it in place. So I hope everyone knows about that, by the way. If you live alone, you shouldn't be paying the full council tax. You should be getting a discount of 25%. Ms. Rayner replied, I find it astonishing that members opposite, after running down the economy in the way that they have, after the Chancellor had to come to this house to talk about the billions of pounds black hole, that they're now trying to claim that this government is about raising taxes. And our last headline, the wife, trigger warning guys, trigger warning. The wife of a Conservative Party councillor has admitted publishing a social media post stirring up racial hatred against asylum seekers on the day of the Southport knife killings. Lucy Connolly is 41, appeared at Northampton Crown Court via video link to HMP Peterborough on Monday when she pleaded guilty to publishing threatening or abusive material intended to stir up racial hatred. This is the wife of a Tory party councillor. Wearing a flower-patterned short-sleeve dress, the 41-year-old childminder spoke only to enter her plea and confirmed that she could hear the judge during the hearing that lasted 7 minutes. Her husband, West Northamptonshire councillor Raymond Connolly, watched from the public gallery in the courtroom. A previous hearing was told that Connolly, again the wife, posted a message on X on the day 3 young girls were stabbed to death in Southport, which read, "Mass deportation now. Set fire to all the effing hotels full of the bastards for all I care. If that makes me racist, so be it."
Okay.
That is crazy.
That's loud.
There you go. That's it for the headlines, guys.
Demi says, Brent Faith says, Brent, have this conversation when I'm on the phone. I don't think it's fair to call me out on the show when I'm not on the phone. Okay.
He is right 120%. I never meant it to descend into that at all. It was only me responding
I did
to
ask
Esther.
questions,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
Demi.
But please, are you here tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm going to see how the spirit leads. But you want to have the conversation tomorrow?
Yeah.
I can have a day off. Oh, that ain't no problem. that ain't no problem. Yeah, I won't be here tomorrow and Thursday.
Huh? Yeah. Because the topic that you said that we could talk about, Emmanuel, was it propaganda or something like that?
Yeah.
But anyway, Demi, if it is that you can possibly, God willing, make time tomorrow. I don't know what your schedule's like, but I would love to be able to basically pick your brain tomorrow morning. And it wouldn't be long. I'm not going to drag out any sort of COVID talk. That's definitely not what it's about. It's about like information and censorship and this and that. That is it. If it is that you can make it tomorrow, then please jump on the Discord and we'll chop this up. Thank you.
All right, let's get into what you're saying topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day is about the first headline, like I mentioned, and it's about the UK government suspending it's a partial suspension on arms exports to Israel. So the question is, do you guys feel like this is the beginning of the end? I.e., is this the beginning of the end of this conflict? Will we get a ceasefire soon? Is the UK have they now got a backbone? Do you feel like this is something that is positive? Have the protests worked? You know what I'm saying? Or is this just an empty gesture? Is this a symbolic piece of nonsense? You know what I'm saying? What is everyone's view on this? And then we're going to get into some of the details.
I feel like it's just something that they're doing. Because you know when all of this, quote unquote, started, as in when it started, as in came into our, following the October 12th situation,
Yes.
when it came to the worldwide, like the front, basically, I felt like the fact that all these governments were backing Israel was a red flag. Because I just feel like with governments and stuff, they always have a propaganda. There's always something there. There's always another motive. So it didn't, like, I'm not going to see the government back Israel and automatically start being like, okay, yeah, like free Israel because da-da-da-da. Like, I feel like there was always more to look into it. So I feel like now it's the right thing to say you want to do.
Yeah.
Because it feels as though at that point they could communicate with Israel, but now Israel's basically telling everybody we don't care. So now it's like to save face, you have to then be like, oh, you know, okay, we're not going to do this. The question is though, does Israel get most of their arms from them?
No.
So this is silly. Where does Israel get most of the arms from?
I think the US and Germany.
Yeah. So if US and Germany say, okay, we're not supplying with anything, they'll get to the point where they have no choice but to, you know, do a ceasefire. But with the UK, it's just making yourself look good.
Okay, so just to jump onto that, right? The UK is responsible for like 1% of the imports
Okay.
that Israel. So only 1%.
But then what's Germany and USA's one?
I'm not too sure, but it'll be far bigger.
Because
than
if
that.
UK is the one sending them little what's it called? Them little gas bombs. What not?
No, it's serious
Okay.
stuff. It's serious stuff. It's only 1%.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's 10% of the 1%. So basically, this is not a complete
Okay, fair.
embargo. This is basically just saying the stuff that could be used to actually repress people, to oppress people,
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. That's the stuff we're stopping.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if it's something that could be used to defend Israel, we can keep giving you that.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying? So this is only like the helicopter stuff, the fighter jets, anything for ground operations. That's what they're stopping at the moment. So you got some people, pro-Palestine protesters saying this is not really a fully. This is not really a full. I don't know, and something that's really tangible and will make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know because they want him to go. They want him to go the full way. All right. 1 second,
Morning.
people. We have a wonderful guest with us. 1 second, people.
Sure do.
Get comfortable, please. Get comfortable. I love that t-shirt. All right, then. All right, I'm just going to swing the mic arm around. So have you got water? Do you need water?
At around 10 o'clock.
All right, good.
Cool.
But I'll let you know.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
We have Charles in the building.
Big up,
We sure
Charles.
do.
All right, okay.
All right. So yeah, Charles, you can obviously chime in this part of the show. So we're just talking about the fact that the UK government has now decided to put a partial ban on arms that's being sold to Israel.
Okay.
So I'm basically asking the question: is this an empty gesture? Is this just more symbolic nonsense, or will this actually make a difference? Is this what people have been marching every week for, to get the UK to actually do something, or is this just something that's really going to amount to nothing?
To be honest with you, I think it's one of two things.
Okay.
It's an empty gesture. And secondly, funnily enough, on the way here, I heard on the radio that they were asking Biden to put pressure on Netanyahu. And Netanyahu obviously didn't want to listen to him.
Yep.
So, as usual, Britain following in America's footsteps, but will it lead to anywhere? I doubt it.
Okay. But at the same time, has the US decided to put a ban on some of the deals on some of the weapons being sold? Because if they haven't, maybe we should give credit to the UK, because considering this is a new government now from July. Prior to this, like the Tory government was fine with selling these weapons, but the Labour Party has come in and said, you know what, cool. It's been a couple of months, and they've done it straight away.
I don't want to sound controversial.
Go on.
But when you need to get certain people on your side, you've got to do certain things. I don't want to say what group of people you want to get on your side. But, yeah.
Okay, I get the gist.
Yeah.
Brent, what's your thoughts on this, man? Do you feel like it's an empty gesture?
I 100% believe that they're continuing to basically arm them or help them with the arms.
So you think they're lying?
120%.
Okay.
120%.
Yeah, but someone could audit this, though.
As in, check?
Yeah. Or you basically saying we're going to do this via some underground...
Yes, Emmanuel.
Okay, cool.
So this is the public-facing message, because they have to be seen to be, righteous. But no way have they stopped. Or are they going to stop?
That's true. Because how will the public know they've stopped?
Interesting. So that means you guys not... Because I basically wanted to go on and ask you guys if you lot are willing to give Labour credit for doing something that the Tories haven't done.
I think so. 100%. I think I would still give them credit for doing that. Even if they don't, regardless of what the situation is, they've basically come out and made a public stance to say, no, yeah, we're not. We want no parts of this. That's more than the Tories did. So.
I just want to add, though, on that point, do you not feel like they're just feeding us crumbs?
As in Labour?
Yeah.
With what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like that's what governments do.
As in, in my head, the way I see it, they give you this big news flash, the protests stop for, let's say a year.
Yeah.
And then what? In another year, there'll be another protest because everyone's realised that it was a gimmick. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess with time, I guess we'll be better placed to see it. But do you feel like you guys that Israel does have a right to defend itself? Because at the end of the day, yeah, I don't mean in the general sense, because obviously every nation does. But at this point in the conflict, it just seems as though obviously Israel's been on the offensive for the longest while now, right? But if the UK wants to make a stand and basically say, listen, all the stuff that you can use to actually kill people, to oppress people, to repress people, all sorts of stuff, right? Actually go on missions and start killing people in Lebanon and all over the place, right? We want to stop that. But at the same time, we understand that you're going to be facing people coming against you, yeah? As it, i.e., Hezbollah or Hamas or whatever. Do you feel like it's okay for them, they're justified in continuing to sell them weapons that could defend themselves? Or do you feel like overall, like a lot of protesters would say now, every single thing, there needs to be a stop completely on everything?
I thought there needs to be a stop completely on everything, but hasn't it been determined that, like, what is Israel defending? Like, what are they defending themselves
Okay, from literally any attack that could come tomorrow, from Hamas, from Hezbollah, from Iran, anything.
Before this, didn't Israel have the strongest security?
Yeah, that's
Like
the
the
rumors.
Iron Dome.
Yeah.
So I don't really know why they need the extra help all of a sudden.
Right. I don't know. But I guess maintenance.
No, because on that point, it's actually wild. Because when you think about the way all these countries rallied behind them, like we're there for them. But yeah, if they had the strongest security.
But I think it's relative at the same time. They're a very small nation. And then they're surrounded by all their ups, every angle. You know what I'm saying? So they need that support on paper anyway.
Oh dear.
You know what I mean? But
That's funny.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I basically just want to see if you guys are willing to give Labour some credit for this, because obviously Corbyn now, as an independent, has now joined forces with other people, the former group that's actually bringing the government to task. I saw Corbyn asking David Lammy a question in Parliament, and that's when David Lammy was basically saying, "Listen, it's basically Corbyn was saying to him, how much of this is actually going to make a difference?
Yeah,
it's only 1%. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this really going to make a difference?" And David Lammy's like, okay, cool. We're not as engaged as the US, as Germany and other nations that be, the main bulk, that supplying the main bulk of their arms. But yeah, it's something. And you can make the call yourself. That's you throw it back to Corbyn. But yeah, I don't know. Do you feel like, I guess to kind of wrap up, do you feel like if Israel continue doing this, even if it's to defend, right, they are complicit in this war? Do you feel like if there's are we holding Israel and the UK to a different standard? Because so for example, if is this because it's Israel versus Palestine versus Hamas, or would we want them to stop the sales of arms to any nation that's involved in a war?
I think it's just because it's. Well, actually, depends. It depends, because if it's like a small nation that doesn't have any support and whatever, then I think people will look at that differently. If it's a nation that's actually trying to like support itself, say for example they were actually supporting Palestine, like I feel like people would look at it differently compared to like this. And I think if it was another country where they don't have that much support and they actually need the help, so I think it's relative. I think it depends on the conflict.
So sorry, go on.
Just to segue a little bit, do you think you guys can answer this yourself? Who do you think the government is giving more vim for, Ukraine or Israel versus Palestine?
Oh, that's a good question. I think. Do you know what it is? I think they're giving vim in different ways. Like with Ukraine, they just keep giving Ukraine money.
Yeah.
They just keep giving them money. But I think it's interesting though, because with Russia, it's like, I feel like they're supporting Ukraine the way they are because Russia is their op. They don't like.
Yeah.
That's why. But then with Israel, I think they're giving Ukraine more support. I think, and I have to think about it when I think about the state of like the cost of living here and the things that we're dealing with as an economy here, and they just keep pumping and giving them money.
Yeah.
it's what I feel like with as crazy as it might sound, with giving Israel arms and stuff like that, the average person doesn't feel that. But then the average person would feel the money that's going to Ukraine, because what that means is that we have to pay more taxes, or there's cuts that have to be done that would affect the average person. So I would say there's definitely more support for Ukraine than Israel, I would say.
Yeah.
And with Ukraine as well, they were out here telling people to adopt a Ukrainian. The how's a Ukrainian?
I know a couple.
They really went in for Ukraine, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, man, they love Ukraine.
I think the Ukraine is. See, I was going to say it's more of a long-term plan compared to Israel, but I don't think that's the case as well. Because you've got supporters of Israel in, I think, I was going to say every party, but definitely in Labour and in the Tories. So regardless of what government takes power, you're going to get people who are pro-Israel and pro the state of Israel and the agenda of Israel. With the Ukraine, it's a tough one, It's a tough one because they definitely want to antagonize Russia. They definitely want to cripple Russia.
And also, do you think the government should allow Palestinian refugees?
That's a good question, That's a tough one.
Say that again?
Do you think the government should allow Palestinian refugees
in here?
Yeah.
They could.
I'm thinking security. Because
then, really and truly, they're actually displaced people now.
Yeah, 100%.
So they need it more than you. Well, I don't want to do Olympic war, but you get me.
Yeah.
But obviously, there's like 100 countries in between here and Palestine. But I'm just saying.
Exactly. I was just thinking that, like, why would they end up here? And you know what I mean? But yeah, but it makes sense though. But in terms of security though, like that would be a big security risk. I think, because obviously, I'm not trying to say Palestinians are terrorists or whatnot, but there will obviously the argument's always been for as long as Israel keep doing what they're doing, Hamas won't die. You're always going to get people who are sympathetic to the movement of Hamas because you're killing people's families. You know what I'm saying? And so if people have that mindset and they're going into Europe and going into countries potentially that are in full support of Israel, you shouldn't necessarily be surprised if people try to fight Israel, but in some way in that European country, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I feel like that would be a bit of a security thing. But you know what? If according to, I guess, international law and stuff, if people need the help and they're refugees and stuff, they should take them in, man. They should take them in. Yeah, that's a good question, man. All right, guys. Oh, in fact, last question. Do you guys feel like this is only happening because of the elections in the US in November? Because like Charles said, Biden was criticizing Netanyahu.
But what's that going to do with UK?
Because they're linked. They're like brothers, or cousins, or whatever. So if, for example, they've got a good relationship with, I don't know, the Democrats, for example, and the Democrats are trying to win or whatever. So the Democrats will be like, okay, cool. We need to look favorable to the people in America, the people that we've lost their votes, the Muslims in America, right? So they may say, okay, cool. We're going to stop what we're doing. Because they're going to stop what we're doing in terms of, the whole selling arms to Israel.
Yeah.
The UK may mirror that same thing and stop it. So it looks like the major powers in the West are against this particular thing.
To be fair, yeah, it's not wild that it could be because of that. I don't think, it could be. Easily could be, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, guess we could wrap it up there.
All right. Brent, did you see Demi said he's not available tomorrow?
No.
Oh, yeah, he said he's not available tomorrow.
Oh, crap.
Also, to Black Rob, I don't, because I think he was saying I haven't once said that I disagree with I agree or disagree with the, what's it called, the COVID things.
Why? What happened to COVID?
Oh, Charles.
How many jabs did you get?
Charles.
Sorry?
How many jabs did you get?
I was forced.
But your hair nice, healthy, alive right now.
Amen.
Like, guys, when you hear my story, it's gonna pissing me off.
Oh, serious?
Really?
Right.
Okay, we've got to get into
that. Yeah,
but to Black Rob, I don't agree. Like, I'm indifferent about the research. I think people have a right to have, like, you can have whatever research you want to have, but I don't subscribe to it, and I think that's also right. So I don't agree with all the research that you and Brent are coming up with. I think that's great. I think that the research has been done, and that's wonderful. But I'm not taking any of it on board, so that's great.
Have you seen any of the research?
I've seen some things, and I just don't care enough.
Did you say you don't agree with the research that I'm?
I feel like some of the theories that people have come up with, that people on your side, I'm not going to say what you are, have come up with. I don't subscribe to. I just don't believe. I just don't. Nothing has made me think, oh yeah, I'm won over, or let me look into this more. No, like nothing is, yeah.
What's one thing that I've actually shown you or told you about COVID-19?
Okay, not you then, but the people,
I haven't
your
showed
team,
you anything.
your team, but yeah. Anyway,
But you need to know that they created it in a lab.
I know it's crazy. I know COVID was.
created it
I know
in a lab.
COVID was created in a
China.
lab. I know.
A lot of people have no clue.
Yes, I know that because I've got a friend that works in a lab, so I know that it was created in a lab. So I knew that when actually there was a December, was it 29? What year was COVID? 2020, right?
19.
19.
Yeah. So the 19, when a lot of people came back from the year of return or whatever, and people were like on pneumonia, blah blah blah. My friend and I, she was one telling me, no, I think it's this, this is what's actually going on in China, blah blah blah. And we always talk about it and be like, oh, that's crazy. And we talked about it like it was just kind of like casual gist of this was happening in China, blah blah blah. And then a few months later, we're locked down. So before it was like before it was on BBC and all these other news platforms, I knew that COVID existed. Basically, so I definitely knew that it was.
So you had the heads up.
Well,
You didn't tell me nothing. Yeah, prepare me.
It wasn't relevant. Because it wasn't relevant.
All right.
But yeah,
Cool. Obviously, you would.
obviously, what?
I'll talk to you offline.
Why?
How many did you take?
2.
But they're more than
1.5.
They're more than 2, right?
But again, I only took it because I need to go to Nigeria.
So you wouldn't have taken it.
I think I might have eventually, because I got asthma. I might have eventually, because I feel like I probably would have eventually, because it was something that it wasn't like I wrote off. I didn't say I wasn't gonna take it, and I didn't say I'm gonna take it. It was something that I wanted to take my time with, but because I had to travel, and even when I was gonna travel, I actually worked it out to like the last possible day for the first one and the second one to be able to. I needed to take 2 to travel. So I literally worked it out to the last possible day for me to travel. So I feel like I would have taken it eventually, possibly, but I was rushed to take it, to make that decision because of travel, not because of the government, not because the government forced me to do it, because of the personal travelings that I wanted to do.
Yeah, and a lot of people will rush to basically make that decision. And they were also told it was going to help everybody else around them. Do you understand? So I don't like the fact that they look to the pressure that I understand from some people's point of view, where they say the quicker you basically react to this, the more lives you can save, this, that, and next. But that's all we were hearing. Do you understand? So I'm not going to ask you if it is you would take it, like if another.
But that's the thing that I would consider it again. Because I have no regrets taking it.
More than 2 though.
Yeah, but I haven't needed to take the other ones. I don't care.
3.
Like when at the time the boosters were going on and stuff like that, we could already go to places free. Like it wasn't a thing. I didn't need the booster. If I was traveling again, they were like, you needed the 3rd one to travel. I probably would have, for what I was traveling for, I probably would have been like, okay, do you know, I'll take a booster. I would have thought about it at least, but I didn't need to take the boosters after that.
Can I take back what I said?
What did you say, Charles? What was it? What part?
I said forced. I was kindly asked because I'm a vulnerable patient. So, yeah.
So have you got like when security the security have a little earpiece? Just someone communicate. I didn't check. Me check his ears. Did someone communicate with you?
No,
because from forced to, I was kindly nudged, shoved.
But as soon as I said it, it was racing through my head. Oh shit! What do I say? And then I had to take it back.
You're allowed to change things in real time over here, brother. I'm telling you, we're gonna probably flip and flop a few times. Well. It's all comedy.
I'm just worried about the clips.
It's all vibes.
Why are you worried about it?
Don't worry.
He's heard what you've done to others.
Don't worry. I'll hear it though. So anyway.
I got this guy's voice, man. Come on.
He said,
No, I'm good.
As just said, he's seen what I've done to others.
yes, he has.
Okay.
He's heard what you've done to others. mug.
All right.
Yes.
So let me start.
You're so annoying.
Let me invite Rabzi into the Discord. He seems to be waiting.
Oh yeah, I feel like this
patiently.
was I think he was answering the question about whether they should allow Palestinians to come here, as they did the Ukrainians.
Good morning, Ramsey.
Morning, babes.
Morning. You all right?
We are blessed
We're
and highly
good. How are
favored.
you?
How are you?
I'm trying to run for this train right quick. I might mess with the connection. I'll be a bit choppy.
I'm just
That's
going
all
for
right.
something.
We can still hear you.
We can hear you for at the
All
moment.
right, good. I feel like obviously I'm calling in for the Israel-Palestine thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like what's missed is that they're now cutting off less than 10%. Yeah, less than 10% of the arms that they've sent. They're cutting it off now, and they're not doing it for some moral standing. Bear in mind, every country has a legal requirement not to be involved in the genocide. Yeah? So sorry, I'm still running for the submission. Hold on. So let's not get it confused that Labour's now seeing the light after nearly 50,000 people have died. And now they're doing what's right. It's not that at all. I think they don't want to be complicit in the genocide. Hold on a second. Hold on.
You know what the thing is, though, Ramsey, yeah? Hello? Ramsey?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we mentioned the whole 10% thing, yeah? The reality is...
It's less than 10%.
Yeah, it's just under 10%. The reality is, the UK is only responsible for 1% of the imports of arms into Israel, yeah? So...
That doesn't matter. It still makes them complicit in a court of law, international law. You're complicit with a genocide. The percentages are taken into account.
We have to remember, that this doesn't necessarily mean that the UK believe that Israel is committing a genocide. You have to remember that a lot of that is based on people's opinions. People believe it's a genocide.
Well, it isn't, because they were tried. They were tried with the CCJ.
Yeah,
but ICJ, sorry.
Yeah, but not every country believes that, though, innit? Like, we know the UN don't mean nothing. ICJ don't mean nothing. It's all nonsense. It's been nonsense for how long? You know what I'm saying? So if the UK,
but it only means it's only nonsense now that it's Israel. But it wasn't nonsense, and it wasn't nonsense when Putin was denounced. It wasn't nonsense when Russia was doing what they were doing to Ukraine. It wasn't nonsense when Keir Starmer denounced North Korea as well. So now it's only nonsense once their best friends are getting done.
Aren't they trying to arrest Putin right now? Haven't they said that that there's like not an arrest warrant, but basically he's kind of wanted?
Exactly. Who's come? Who's ICJ?
Yeah, but who's come for him? That's the point I'm trying to make. It means nothing.
You're moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm trying to say to you,
yes, you are.
They have decided
two
something.
Irrelevant things.
Wait. Listen. What I'm trying to say to you is they've decided something, and it's not being enforced. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So even if
they can't really enforce it because Russia's a huge country. He hasn't let.
This is what I'm saying to you. This is why I'm saying generally it means nothing. They're just doing stuff. It's just paperwork.
It's not, but then what I'm telling you is that once the ICJ was saying what you're describing as nothing or useless, they were repping that. So they were repeating what the ICJ said about Putin, repeating what the ICJ said about Russia, they're repeating what the ICJ said about North Korea. But now that it's against their friends, now the ICJ is shouting nonsense. That's my point.
Yeah, I get what you're
Whether
saying.
they were able to act or not act, we're not in any deals with Russia, so they can't do any embargo against Russia. But what they are in deal with is Israel. So even with the ICJ's ruling, or even the suspicion, fuck all that anyway. Even the head of their army saying that they wanna wipe all the Palestinians off, that all the ethnic cleansing, all the war crimes that have been committed, all of that has been all for public information. None of that has been denounced. Basically, my whole point is the less than 10% arms sale is too late.
Why is it too late?
Because there's been over 50,000 people that died.
There could be another 50,000. Sounds bad, but
no, I understand
there could be another 50,000.
it's still way too late. All the bombs dropped in Palestine has been more than, I think it's the most bombs dropped in a small proximity. I think since one of the world wars. It's something fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
They're not doing this for any moral standing at all. David Lammy even said it when he announced it that he's an avid Zionist and he believes that Israel has the right to defend itself. He was even still spewing that rhetoric
Yeah, but he's also saying
while
they're not
saying that he was
stopping.
going to stop 10%.
No, but remember, they're not stopping the defending part in it. So they're still saying they have the right to defend themselves, but they're just saying anything that could be used to repress the people, right? And potentially oppress people that's outside of their confines as well. They want to stop. So all the helicopters, all the planes, everything for ground, assaults and things of that nature. That's what they're stopping. You know what I'm saying? Because that might, from their words anyway, it might be construed as something that is complicit in war crimes, right? But the other stuff, defending themselves, the other 90%, they're still allowing that to go forward. But the point of what I'm trying to make also is this ruling by the ICJ that you think means something.
Go bad.
Huh? I think he was saying the connection might go bad. Anyway, just in case you can hear me and everybody else, this ruling that people want to go by via the ICJ. What is it? I lost my train of thought. Yes, this didn't just happen. So what I'm trying to say is the Tories didn't do anything, but Labour has. Why isn't anyone giving Labour credit for this? You know what I'm saying? Because surely if they're cutting back on the sales of arms, this could save some lives. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the question that I wanted to ask.
Can I ask? A couple months ago, on this podcast, you guys were saying when what's his name, Sunak, and oh no, you said Corbyn, didn't you? And Starmer were going back and forth, and they were asked about Palestine. They both said the same answer.
Oh yes, I think so. Yeah. Is this when Corbyn was still the leader?
No. This is when they were doing the debates.
Starmer and Sunak.
Oh, and Starmer and Sunak.
Starmer and Sunak.
Okay.
Yeah. And they said the same answer as in relation to Israel.
Yeah.
Yes, because both of them are literally puppeted by the state of Israel.
So I'm a bit confused where Corbyn... Did you say Corbyn earlier?
Yeah, so Corbyn, Corbyn's now, he's an independent, right?
Yeah.
So he basically is trying to take the government to task and be like, yo, you guys need to stop this, the role of the UK in this genocide. And that's the pressure that they're putting onto the UK government, essentially.
I see.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I got it twisted. Don't worry.
Yeah. So, so I guess, I mean, just to kind of echo your point, Starmer has been saying since the beginning, Israel has a right to defend itself. But now they've kind of changed this. Like, I guess I'm kind of asking everybody who supports Labour or is
I'm back.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Ramsey, I'm basically asking everybody who supports Labour or supports, Palestine, that why is it that you don't want to give credit to Labour? You don't have to, but why is it you don't want to give credit to Labour?
Don't conflate.
Wait. Right, the same ICJ ruling that you want to go by, that you think means something, was there prior to Labour taking power, right? The Tories didn't do anything with it. So now that the Labour's in power and they have done something in a matter of 2 months, why don't you want to give some credit? Surely that 10% of the 1% less arms that's being sold to Israel may mean that some lives are saved. That's the question.
All right, first, don't conflate the two between just because you support Palestine, you automatically support Labour. That's what it kind of sounded like. So I want to denounce that first, yeah?
I'm definitely not saying that.
I didn't. Yeah. So, in regards to the reason I brought up Starmer earlier is because he mentioned that when he was asked about Israel cutting off water and cutting off food supplies towards towards Gaza,
yeah,
he said that they had a right to defend themselves. He basically said that they had a right to commit a war crime.
All right.
right? And then later, when he was challenged on that, he gaslighted everyone. Said, "No, I didn't mean to say that. That's not what I meant." And bear in mind, Starmer was a human rights lawyer.
Yep.
Yeah. So we already know where they stand, right? Like I said, 10% or less than 10%, sorry, is, I guess it's a start, but what? Less than 10% after 50,000 people have died, nearly half of which are children. It's not really something to celebrate. Lives were still lost, and we were still complicit in that.
So okay, so you want
So
the
they don't.
entirety. So you want them to completely stop, right? And at that point, you would then
Yes,
say, the UK is no longer going forward complicit in these war crimes.
by very definition, yes.
Okay, even if
Not anymore, being the opposite word.
exactly, going forward, yeah. So, even though right now they're saying the things that could be used to actually actively kill people, right, is the things that the UK put a ban on. The other things is for literally defending themselves. So let's just say some of the other things were components that went into the maintenance of the Iron Dome and things of that nature, yeah? Would you still see that as them being complicit in war crimes to defend themselves? Oh, he's gone. All right. Anyway.
Good morning, Eddie, and good
Sorry,
morning,
you man,
Demi.
it cut out.
Okay. No worries. Did you hear my question though?
Is it okay?
Damn, it's gone again.
Nah, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay, cool. I was basically saying,
Ramsey.
yeah.
They're different.
Is that you, Ramsey?
That's correct. It's me. It says I.
I'm basically saying, yeah, even though you're saying 1% isn't really nothing, it is a start, you said, yeah. But I'm also saying that 1%, right? The UK government is saying that is for, I guess, arms that would be used to actually kill people, to actually actively go out there into the field and actually cause the death of life.
Yeah,
The
I
UK
did hear your question. I just want to interrupt you. Sorry, just while I got the signal. Sorry.
Okay, go on.
I get what you're saying, that they're not actively using it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Trigger warning. These men were using buttons, yeah, to rape male hostages, yeah? This was argued. They don't really need F-fighter jets to commit war crimes. They're committing war crimes with any means necessary. To ask the government to pause any arms sales is not a big fucking ask when kids are dying.
Are we talking about active ones or defending themselves?
What are they defending themselves against, bro?
Is this one way?
What are the IDF defending themselves from?
Against Hamas? Are you saying there's no bombs or anything coming from the other direction? You ain't saying that.
This is now going to open up. This is going to open the floodgates now for. Like, bear in mind, war crimes hasn't started since October the 7th. This is prior, right? But I don't want to start getting into the history again.
Forget the history. We're talking about today. So right now, today, right? Let's just say today. David Lammy is basically saying all the arms that's used to actively kill Palestinians, to actively kill Hamas terrorists, right? We are pausing on all of that. Why? Because it might be used for genocide, which is a war crime. We will not stop supplying weapons that go into them defending themselves. So if these are basically components that go into the Iron Dome, that go into certain shielding and whatever it may be, the technology to prevent the death of life in Israel's camp, I'm saying, are they still complicit in war crimes? All right. Bad connection, Ramsey.
I think I got the gist of your question. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
I feel like your question is way too idealistic. You're saying let's pause this, but then let them give them stuff for this and da, 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 da. How does the government, who couldn't even control PPE for COVID, be able to ascertain logistically what they're giving to Israel and what they're going to use?
Because you have licenses. They have licenses, isn't it? So this is why we know that they've stopped. They paused on 30 of the licenses out of the 350. You know what I'm saying? They have certain things that is like, cool, this is going, this ain't going. This can be used for this, so it's okay. This cannot be used for this. So you know what I'm saying? They can monitor it like that.
I feel like if they done it your way,
yeah,
if they done it your way, it'll be a smarter way to do it than what they're doing now.
But that's what they're doing. I'm telling you what they're saying that they're doing.
So you know all of the 350 licenses?
Me personally, of course not. But they've got them there, so I'm pretty
So
sure it can
what,
be.
what we doing there?
I don't understand. Do I work for them? I don't know.
No, but you just said that they're doing this. You don't know.
Yes.
You don't know what they're doing exactly.
I'm telling you what they're
not
doing.
the stuff
There
that
are
they put
30
is
licenses.
the production.
There's 30 licenses.
For what?
That if you go into it, I'm pretty sure you can find a 30 license. There's 350 in total. 30
It's for the
of them
F5. It's for the
stopped.
F5. It's for the F fighter jets.
Yes, and
It's for the
helicopters.
F5 jets that
and
we
drones.
produce, right?
Yes, and
helicopters.
drones and
Yeah.
helicopters.
But there's far more. There's far more stuff that we're giving them that they're committing a genocide. What we arguing? What we did? What we did?
You're doing guesswork. I'm telling you what they're telling you. They're saying that the
I'm
things
telling
that we
you.
have allowed.
Okay, all
Oh,
right.
so you know now.
Let Demi talk.
So
Let Mr. Facts talk.
You know
I want to hear what Demi's saying.
All right, come on then.
Demi's gonna talk about
Yeah, Demi's on
a
different
different
things.
topic.
Yeah.
Demi on.
Oh, it's a different topic. All right, cool. All right, bless you, lot.
All right, man.
See you later, babes.
See you later.
Something gonna.
Oh shit, Eddie's here. All right, cool. I'm blessed.
Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning. How you doing, everyone? How you doing, people?
We're blessed and highly favored.
How are you, Eddie?
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are hopefully this is the beginning of the end for what Israel's been doing to the Palestinians and all that stuff.
Hopefully, man. I hope so.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Otherwise, it's just empty gestures.
for real.
Eddie, quick question there. Do you know who you're going to be voting for in November?
I'm voting, I think, for Kamala Harris.
Okay, cool. I hear you. All right.
He's a babe, man.
We're going to get into that another day. But thanks, Eddie, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Eddie.
If you were in
Pleasure.
American manual, who would you vote for?
I don't know, you know. I do not know. Might be an independent, I don't know.
Can I ask
Or
a
Trump.
question?
You love it, independent, isn't it?
Yes.
You
Of
know,
course you can, Charles.
The greatest cop out.
Exactly. He uses it as a cop out every time. UK, independent. America, independent. Nigeria, you're going to get independent too?
wait, before I name my independent, who's your independent?
What, in America?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you want to go independent so bad.
you know what?
If you make up a name, I swear, guy.
I mean, it might have been JFK until he, went over to Trump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know.
But my question was, years and years ago, when Trump was in power, and you were seeing him in Russia, and you were seeing him in North Korea and all those countries. What was that for? Was that to build relations?
I think so. So.
Again, I'm not a Trump fan, but if Trump were to get into power again, do you think those relations could be built up again?
I think he will attempt to do so, yeah, man. And I think he will stop NATO squandering money with this whole Ukraine-Russia war. I think we'll get them to stop that. Hopefully the UK will stop squandering money over there as well. The US will stop squandering money. And these governments can use it for the actual citizens. So I think that would be something.
Yeah, because right now I need to get my NIN. So it's either Trump goes back in power or I go back to home.
Can you just tell people what NIM is?
NIN, Nigerian Identification Number.
It's like your...
And then, is it card?
It's like an NI,
Yeah.
basically. But you need it for like a lot of stuff. Now you need to get like a phone number,
Yes.
your passport.
And your passport, innit?
Yeah, you need for your passport, you need a phone number, you need for quite a few things.
All right, so now we know that you're Nigerian, Charles.
Love that for you.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're on the headlines, right?
Yes, we need to get into headlines. So he hasn't pressed it yet.
Okay.
All right. Boom.
If you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right, people. So, a court has adjourned the sentencing of a 12-year-old who was involved in the riots and the disorder in August after his mother went to Ibiza on holiday. So the boy, who cannot be identified due to his age, admitted to being part of a group attacking a bus outside of a hotel housing asylum seekers in Manchester on the 31st of July. He was also part of a group filmed kicking in the doors of a vape shop and throwing a missile at a police van in Manchester city centre on the 3rd of August. The district judge, Joanne Hurst, was told that the boy's mother would return on Thursday. This is a day before his appearance in court. She said on Monday that one day before the hearing, we find out the mum has gone on holiday and is not with her son, who played a greater part in the recent civil disorder than any adult or child I've seen coming through this court.
Sorry, excuse me. Do you think my travel insurance covers the foolishness of my child? Pick up the mum. I was thinking, why is the mum in this?
Boy.
Hell no.
But maybe this is what she's been doing. That's why the boy is out there doing nonsense.
I don't care. She deserves a holiday. Especially she's the primary carer. Where's the dad? Can't the dad go to court with him?
Yeah.
Where's the uncle? Yeah, you think I'm missing out on holiday? The whole money is for, because your travel insurance don't cover that. They don't cover civil unrest of an offspring. Pick up her. Sorry, as you were.
Well, what the judge said, I'm frankly astonished. I require a full explanation from mum on her decision to go on holiday one day before her 12-year-old son comes to court facing a potential custodial sentence. This is a serious situation. It has now deteriorated, in my view, because of the actions of the mother.
That's wild.
She's on notice. I will be challenging her about this decision.
Now, we live in a crazy world.
Very.
We live in a very crazy world.
Boy.
So, is the dad dead? Oh. He's got to be dead.
No idea.
He must be dead. Or in a coma, at the very least. That's wild.
Yeah. Next headline, and Sir Keir Starmer has defended...
Sorry.
Sir Keir Starmer has defended cutting the winter fuel allowance for 10 million pensioners as he faces pressure to rethink the move. Remember we spoke about this sometime last week in the People's Journal. The government announced last month that the universal payment to pensioners, which is worth between £100 and £300 a year, would be restricted to just those who receive pension credit. Sir Keir Starmer and the Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, have been heavily criticised for the move, including by some Labour MPs and also from Age UK. But the Prime Minister said yesterday, we have found a £22 billion black hole in the economy and we've got to fix it. What we're not going to do is pretend it isn't there or paper over it. That's what the last government did, and it made it worse. That means we've got to make tough choices. I don't want to cut the winter fuel allowance. I don't want anybody to think that the government wants to do that, but we've got to fix the foundations of our economy.
I feel sorry for the elderly, man.
Yeah. And the last headline, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has asked the families of 6 hostages whose bodies were recovered over the weekend for forgiveness. Speaking at a press conference, he said, I told the families, and I repeat, and I say this evening, I'm asking for your forgiveness, that we didn't manage to bring them back alive. We were very close, but we couldn't make it. His vow to bring consequences to Hamas comes as protests have broken out across Israel, including in front of Netanyahu's home. Israelis poured into the streets late on Sunday in grief and in anger in what appeared to be the largest protest since the start of the war. The families and much of the public blamed Netanyahu, saying that the hostages could have been returned alive in a deal with Hamas. And this is, I think, what Charles was talking about earlier, that Biden's criticised Netanyahu because of his role in basically not coming to an agreement with Hamas. And if he had done this by now, obviously these hostages would have been able to come home alive, man. A rare general strike was held across the country on Monday, affecting airports, shopping centres and schools in the day of action, calling on the government to agree to a Gaza ceasefire. You know what I'm saying? To release the hostages that were held that are held by Hamas. And that's it for our headlines. It's time to pay the bills.
Okay, let's get into some word on road. All right.
Were you just kind of whistling the jingle?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually love it.
Can you guys whistle?
I have so many questions to ask you though. I can whistle. I can whistle different ways.
I can whistle, but my mum didn't like it when I was younger.
Serious?
Yeah, Nigerian mums never do. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Oh, because they say that's how you call the witches.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say that's how you call. If you're whistling, you're trying to summon witches and stuff.
Yeah, you don't.
They don't want you whistling. You don't whistle in the house. Tell what you want to say, you mug. Go on. You're gagging for it. Say it. I know y'all got witches in Trinidad too, but go on.
And did you stop whistling?
No.
Well, yeah, when you're younger, you believe whatever they tell you.
Do you whistle now and think that might be something that...
No, I don't believe any of the myths as I've grown up. When I've grown older, did my research and I don't believe any of the myths.
And how about the whole not saying where you're going because of something?
No, that I just don't say because I think people are weird. I think there's a lot of things I don't put out on the internet because people are weird. So I don't tell people where I work. I don't put my family on the internet because people are weird. I've seen people call up airlines to cancel people's holidays. They do that. I've seen people call up people's jobs because they don't like what is an opinion they're giving on a podcast or a show. Like,
wasn't there a whole thing in America where people are sending FBI to people's door?
Yeah.
And saying, "Oh, there's a bomb going off at this address."
Yeah. Like, look at Smade, the whole Afro Nation thing. They leaked his address because they wanted refunds for Afro Nation. Then there was COVID time, and they leaked this man's address where his wife, and his children live.
It's ridiculous.
Do you get what I mean? So people are very, very weird on the internet. So there's some people that would take comments that you make on the internet, they take it very, very far. But you don't know who it is. You don't know how far people I feel like you just don't know people that on the internet, regardless of how much you interact with them. They could be weirdos and continue to find that every day. So there's that. Anyways, T.I.'s son is expecting a child. T.I.'s 20-year-old son, King Harris, they had a situation one time where he went viral. I think he was criticizing his parents' parenting. Something like that. I think, yes, he was, because he was saying how basically his grandma is who basically raised him, not necessarily his parents. Something like that, I can't remember. But anyways, yes, he's expecting a child. So his dad was on Hot 107.9 and he said that his son, he's going to be a grandfather again. And he says one of his older son had 2 kids, or whatever like that. And then his son, King, which I guess is the more popular one. That kid is Tiny's child. She could never deny it. Twins. But he basically said that he's going to be a grandfather and he's going to have a child. And obviously he joked about, he said he's going to raise his grandson to be the baddest gangster ever, and that he's going to make sure he tortures King the way King tortured him when he was younger. But yeah, man, sweet, good stuff. Congratulations on that. Secondly, what's next on my thing? Oh yeah, this is interesting. People have been sharing different opinions online. So DDG and Halle Bailey's son, Halo, has become a meme. It is just funny because they really hid this child's identity for the longest time. Or for the child to become a meme. And I feel like it's one of those memes that's going to live forever and people are going to use it and they're never going to know who that is in the picture. But anyways, the child has become a meme. In my mind, I can imagine that this is what DDG aspired to as a father. Like, I can just imagine that. And obviously people were criticizing it and saying, how have they hid their child for so long, only for the child to then come and be, only for the child to then end up being a meme or whatever. But people were saying, then you had people saying that it's only because when babies are born, they're ugly.
The aforementioned meme.
Do you know the things that I find so funny is how babies can't hold their neck up? They can never hold their head up. Just bubbling all over their face. Oh, baby, kids are so funny, man. Kids are just flipping hilarious. But anyways, people are saying that, the only reason why, obviously she hid a pregnancy for obvious reasons because y'all are weird. But when the baby was born as well, they hid the baby's face for a while. But people were basically saying that the baby just needs to cook a little bit more. Like when babies come out, people were like, everyone knows when babies are born, they're ugly. You just need to cook a little bit more, let their skin heal a bit, get used to some fresh air and that, and then you can start showing them off. But anyway, that poor baby.
Watching the wrong angle. This baby doesn't look ugly.
No, because it's healed.
Ah, okay.
They're saying that they're saying the reason why we're seeing the baby now is because the baby is it's cooked.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
But they're saying when the baby's fresh out the womb, the reason why a lot of people would not show the baby is because they look like little aliens.
Mm.
That's what they say. I didn't say that. Some of you start getting your thongs in a bunch. Anyway, there's that. And then lastly, Adele. So I spoke about Adele a while ago as well. So I spoke about when she was engaged. Well, spoke about when her man said, what was it he said? I had a friend zone her anyway. Then I spoke about when they officially got engaged. And then I spoke about her recently saying that so much she was going to take a break and whatnot. But anyway, it's confirmed now. She's definitely taking a break. She's taking an indefinite break from music. I don't know if that means releasing music, but I know it definitely means performing. So she had a show and she said that she's got a few more shows to do because she had to cancel those shows because she fell ill during her residency or something like that. So she's got to do those ones, and then once she's done with those 5 shows, she's basically done. And I thought it was very, very sweet actually. And she got emotional talking about it. She said how she spent the last 7 years building a life for herself, and she just wants to enjoy that life. She's like, I just want to go and enjoy it. Like I spent the last 7 years building a life for myself, and it's time for me to just go and enjoy that. And obviously she's walking in a new chapter as well. She's with her man now. She and Paul, is it Paul Rich? Rich Paul. I think it's Rich Paul. Rich Paul sounds like
Rich Paul.
sounds like a nickname though. Paul Rich. Paul Rich doesn't sound rich.
No.
I think it's Rich Paul.
Yeah,
Rich Paul. So so obviously they're engaged now. They're gonna have a life together, and she's got a child. So, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for people, living, enjoying their life and doing what it is that they need to do. So she said, I've spent the last 7 years building a new life for myself, and I want to live it now. I want to live my life that I've been building, and I will miss you all terribly. Man, she said she's gonna do obviously the rest of her Vegas shows that were cancelled in 2022. Then she says, but after that, I will not see you for an incredibly long time, and I will hold you dear in my heart for that whole length of my break. Big up Adele. I saw something spin around TikTok. My friend sent it to me, and I was like, oh, let's go to June dates. And it basically had like an Adele concert. So obviously, I think that's fake. But it had like a bunch of dates on there. And it was the April one, there's a June one for London. And I asked my friend, let's go in June because in April, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I think that was all false. But yeah, big up Adele every single time. I think she's just phenomenal.
I think she'll be back.
How long do you reckon?
If she's having a child, 5 years.
Oh, no, she's not having a child. She's already got a child.
Oh.
But she's engaged.
How old is the child?
I don't know, It must be at least, I don't know with Adele. Let's see, how old is Adele's child?
If she's had a child, maybe 5 years, so the kid can grow up without any pressure from the media.
That's true, actually. So let's see how. Okay, he's turning 12.
Oh.
That's a grown ass man. I'm joking, no, it's not. He's turning 12. So you reckon 5 years?
Yeah.
I reckon so as well. I think she just wants to literally live her life and be quiet and stuff like that, and just enjoy. And if you think about it, Adele's had from her relationship, she's had heartbreak and stuff. And the music tends to come from heartbreak. So if she's living her best love life, and I pray she never gets another heartbreak, let her, I feel like it's great for her to take time away and enjoy that. Because when you think about the way working is, the way society is shaped, we just work till you die. You have to be intentional about actually enjoying the fruits of your labor and stepping away from that limelight and stuff. But I love Adele. I have all the time in the world for Adele. So big up her. Big up her. That is it from me. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. First thing I want to talk about, because there isn't much to talk about, to be fair, but I feel like this is important. It's about free school meals. So obviously the kids are starting back again, and children of certain ages automatically qualify without having to apply. But the rules across the 4 UK nations, the nations within the UK, I should say, kind of differ slightly. And I know we've got some TDA listeners in all 4 nations. So anyway, England, outside of London, all state school children in reception to year 2 automatically qualify for infant free school meals. Whilst in London, capital, all state primary school children up to the age of 11 qualify. So if you're outside of London, in England, but outside of London, you may have to reapply or apply once your child is outside of year 2, right? A lot of these things are going to be means tested as well. If, for example, you don't have the automatic qualification. In Scotland, all state school children up to primary 5, which is around 4 to 9 years old, get the meals automatically. There are plans for this to be extended to pupils in receipt of Scottish child payment in primary 6 and 7 from February. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. In Wales, all primary school children in state schools can get free meals from September as well. For those families who claim benefits, if your child falls outside of the eligibility criteria for automatic free school meals, they'll still be able to benefit in certain circumstances. So, for example, if you get income support, universal credit, income-based job seekers allowance, income-related ESA, employment and support allowance, support under Part 6 of the Immigration and Asylum Act 1999, the guaranteed element of pension credit, child tax credit, working tax credit run on England and Wales. If you get all that sort of stuff, then your child may be able to get free school meals, right? You just need to get one or more of the things I just mentioned, right? So make sure you guys chase it up and make sure if your child is eligible, your child is definitely getting it. The other thing I wanted to mention is about Pontins. So Pontins, yeah, they have basically said sorry to the travellers because of discrimination. Pontins, you know Pontins?
No.
The Brent, what are they called? They're like, what's the other company?
TUI.
Mark went it the other day.
Yeah, Brent made a comment about it. Like, you know where you go to? Is it Great Yarmouth, you said?
It is in Great Yarmouth.
Yeah. Let me show you.
Can't remember what it was.
They're like Butlins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, anyway, they're apologizing to the travelers. Why? Because it's come out via investigation last year that they have been discriminating against them. So, yeah, man.
Discriminate against who?
Against the travelers, the Irish travelers.
So why are they doing a public apology? At the time of them discriminating, they didn't know they were discriminating.
They knew, but they didn't
care.
They knew.
Wait, who was the PM who made the difference between?
You talking about Diana Abbott?
Yeah.
Between discrimination and racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm just trying to juggle my memory.
Yeah, that's when they suspended the whip when she was telling them about the difference between racism and discrimination, but they didn't want to listen.
So now they're calling it discrimination.
I guess so. Yes. Can you imagine? Thank you very much for that, Charles. Hope you guys saw that as well. All right.
First of all, Charles is the guest here, then you dare drag him to your agenda.
No, but he's right. He's right, man. But yeah, so basically,
The guys saw that as well. You just can't help yourself.
He can't. He actually cannot.
This guy.
He cannot. It's crazy.
I'm happy to help anytime.
No, you're not E-Man, you're not. Charles, I know you watch the show. You're not happy to help E-Man.
There we go again.
Mate, you don't want to go down with him.
All right. So.
You know so funny? There was a meme yesterday that I saw on Twitter. It was like how when Nigerian men agree with me, I have to look over what it is I said. And I quoted, I was like, this is me on TDA when E-Man agrees with me. I have to be like, wait, what did I say? Oh, gosh.
Oh, yes. So, basically, the Equality and Human Rights Commission, right? They published an investigation into Pontins, and basically they unearthed company systems and practices. These are their words: company systems and practices designed to bar Irish travellers from its holiday parks between 2013 and 2018. I'm not going to go into all the detail, but basically, Pontins apologised to the Irish traveller community discriminated against, and they've begun work to introduce strict safeguards and guarantee a zero tolerance approach to discrimination. This is what they were doing. So basically, they had a list of undesirable guests.
What?
And these are not guests as in Esther, Emmanuel, Brent sort of thing. These are family names. So if you have this surname,
if you're an ancestor, you're done.
if you are a Boyle, a Gallagher, O'Donnell, a McGuinness, a Murphy, O'Reilly, a Keith.
Do you know so mad? Do you know how mad that is, though? So you just get an automatic rejection.
Can you imagine?
It's given no Scots, no Irish.
No, it actually is.
Yeah.
It actually is.
You see?
Not the O's. That's crazy. That's rude.
Crazy, man. So
Shout out the Irish.
Big up the Irish, man. Good people.
Man. But yeah, so as well as that list, the Watchdog found that there was a banned list containing the names of people thought to be Irish travellers, as well as their associates as well. So if you're affiliating with the Irish travellers and you're not even one of them, then you will also be banned as well. So yeah, this is what they were doing, man. So now they're trying to make up to them, I guess. They've apologised. But yeah, that's it for the People's Journal, guys.
Thank you. Let's get into asking for a friend.
Queued up. Bad man.
So, how's everyone doing? When there's a different tune playing. Like, you're breaking multitask, boy. All right, so here's what we're dealing with today. The person that sent this in is age 29. And the dilemma goes as follows. How do I reconcile with my dad, and are his views toxic? I started hanging out with new friends about 4 months ago, and they've been great. There's such a vibe, and they're what everyone would want in friends. The only thing I'd say that isn't perfect is that they're not all black, LOL. We're a mixed group, 2 black, 2 white, 1 East Asian, and other than that, they're amazing. Hanging around them, we've started to inspire each other fashion-wise. I've started painting my nails and wearing... Sorry, hold on. The person's name is Nigerian. So I just know that in a household, I know you get lectures.
Yep.
Hanging around them, we've started to inspire each other fashion-wise. I've started painting my nails and wearing skirts out. I've got a bit of stick from my other friends, but the main problem is with my dad. My dad is saying he didn't raise me to do this, and I'm becoming too feminine and not masculine. We had a massive argument about being a man. He told me that I'm becoming less of a man. I asked him, how am I becoming less of a man when I still provide and protect for my loved ones, especially my wife and my 2 daughters? I handle my share, and I'm also still the main breadwinner at home.
Wait.
He married, Charles. He married.
Sorry. This is a man.
Yes. Why would it be a big deal if a woman was wearing a skirt, Charles? It's a man.
Sorry.
So the man painting his nails, wearing skirts. And he's got, and he's got a wife and 2 daughters, yeah? He said, I handle my shit, and I'm also still the main breadwinner at home. My dad said my wife would eventually respect me less with me doing what I'm doing. I was so pissed off with the disrespect and disregard he showed and walked out, and that's the last time we spoke since last month. We tend to speak every week, and it's the longest we've gone without talking for years. Oh, wow. His archaic views have made me look at him in a different way, but I want to reconcile with him, but also stand on business with what I want to do. How would you recommend the best way to do this? And plus, what do you think? Do you think it's less masculine for a man to paint his nails and wear a skirt every now and then, even if everything else he does, a traditional man does? Is it toxic masculinity? And is there space for that in the black community? Hope you have an insightful, honest conversation. I'll be glad to hear your open opinions. Cheers. Just in case anyone asks, my wife and my mum are okay with what I decide to wear. LOL. Big up you, Nigerian King. Love when Nigerians write into the show.
Thank you for all that context, by the way.
Very good context, isn't it? Mm-hmm. The kind of context Brent likes. I don't think Brent, you couldn't possibly need any more.
No, I have enough.
Oh, wonderful. I think fashion is interesting, you know? You guys know that I'm against social constructs and stuff. And I believe that everything is social construct. And I believe that everything has come from people that were way before us, and they dictate how we should feel. Why are you gasping?
Marx always says that cheating is a social construct.
Not cheating.
Oh, that's the thing.
That's a piece of shit thing.
Okay.
No, that's bad morals.
2 things can be true. But
Sorry, Charles. You think cheating is a social construct?
I've never done it.
Bye.
Wait,
Charles, goodbye.
Wait.
I said, hey, I've never done it. Charles.
Lying, but he finds his way to the truth.
I'm going to call you.
That's an honest man.
You know how Nigerians say Charles. Charles. That's where I'm not calling you Charles no more. Charles.
I'm used to it every day. It's okay.
Can you imagine? Do you think cheating is a social construct?
You know what? Because I searched up the meaning of social construct a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And by definition, it is.
What's the definition? Brent, ask Jabal. What's his name? Jabal? What's your friend's name? Jamal?
Oh, man.
Gemini.
All right, cool.
What is a social construct? I'll be damned.
What is...
Not Charles coming here and showing me up in the first hour.
No, because I'm always...
That's interesting, actually.
I'm always wondering, why does Marx say it? Marx is
First of all, Charles, Marx saying... Marx just said stuff.
The scripture...
I promise you Marx never Googled what social construct means. He just says it. It sounds great.
This is pen game Marx, by the way.
That's the thing. That's true. Because when he comes on here, sometimes he thinks it's on no behavior. Defo. Brent, what does it mean, please?
All right. So, a social construct is an idea, concept, or perception that is created and developed by a society or culture. These constructs are not inherently natural or inevitable. Rather, they are agreed upon and maintained by the people within a particular social group or society. Social constructs are often taken for granted as natural or normal, even though they are the result of collective human choices, beliefs, and actions. Examples: gender. The ideas of masculinity and femininity, along with the roles of expectations associated with being male or female, are socially constructed. While biological differences between sexes exist, the way society interprets and assigns roles, behaviors, and identities based on these differences is a social construct. Race. The concept of race categorizes, you always say this, Emmanuel, that race is a social construct. The concept of race categorizes people based on physical characteristics like skin color. However, race is not a biological reality, but a social construct that has been used to justify inequalities and establish power dynamics. Money. The value of money is a social construct. That's what Darryl told us on that Saturday. Currency, whether it's paper, coins, or digital, only has value because people collectively agree to accept it is as a medium of exchange. And nationhood. The idea of nation within borders, governance, and national identity is a social construct. Nations are human-made entities.
Okay, Brent.
And the sense of belonging. Huh?
This definition is long.
It's very long.
This is the last
You talk about
example.
nations.
This is the last example. This particular thing is this model is very
Advanced.
yeah.
This is giving your paragraph to Demi. We're going, sorry.
And the sense of belonging to a particular nation is shaped by culture, history, and political agreements. Next time I'm just going to read it in 1.5. All right, it's finished.
You're so annoying. Okay. The reason why cheating is not a social construct, I'm a Christian, and God said one man, one wife. And so if you tell somebody that you're going to be in a monogamous relationship with them, and you do other things without letting them know that you are now in a polygamous or polygynous or whatever the poly is, then that's just immoral, in my opinion.
I agree with that, but let's say they're not married. Is cheating then a social construct?
I don't think cheating is a social construct because marriage and relationships and stuff comes from God. So human beings didn't create relationships. God created Adam and said it is not good for man to be alone. I'm going to create a companion for you. So God is the one who created companionships and relationships and marriage. That's why I don't think it's a social construct.
Fair play.
So the reason why I was going to go with the fashion thing is because Scottish people wear kilts.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Even in my tribe, we wear. I don't know what the name of it is.
What's the tribe?
I'm from Benin.
Oh, nice.
When the men get married, they wear something like a kilt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Even like, is it a rapper?
I'm not too sure.
Because you know, like, rapper here is like sweets. But back home is it's a cloth that you wrap around you.
Yeah, it's a cloth.
It's a cloth that you wrap around you. I think even men wear that as well. They have that as well. Even with Ghanaian men, technically that's the halter neck dress. Do you know what I mean? When they have the wrap and they just fling it over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Boxes underneath and nothing else. There you go. So I think there's that. I'll be honest with you, I think the older you get, you can't really be caring what your parents think like that. That's the honest truth about it. I think if you're good, your wife is good. Yes, even that. It's taking care of dress.
This is Benin male wedding attire.
Beautiful.
Yeah?
It's beautiful. Yeah, man, I think that at some point, as an adult, you have to make, like, your parents raise you to believe what it is that they believe. And then as you get older and you're exposed, like, you start to have your own life experiences and, you know, whatever, you start to form your own opinions and your own ideologies and your own beliefs and stuff like that. And if you're fine with it, your wife is fine with it, your kids are fine with it, your mum is fine with it, it is what it is. If you can't accept what you're doing, then, like, unfortunately, you just got to charge it. So either if you're happy not wearing skirts when you go and painting your nose and go see your dad for the sake of peace, then do that. Otherwise, if you want to stand on business, like to a T, that you want to really stand on business, then stand on business and speak to him again, reach out to him. And if he says, if you keep wearing skirts and blah, 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 I'm not going to talk to you, then say, okay, well, it's been nice knowing you. So you gotta do, man. Who are those? Who's people?
I typed in black man in skirt.
Oh my god.
Do you know how I thought that was?
No.
That. Who is that?
Who's this?
You thought it was Kunle?
What?
No.
Who's this? Is this the what's his name? The cowboy guy.
Oh, Lil Nas X. Why you calling him? Is it Cowboy?
Ain't that what he did? The first song.
Yeah, Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Fix your face, please.
Who me?
No, I'm just talking to myself.
Oh.
Of course, I'm talking to you.
I didn't know it was doing anything. I was just
I know.
looking at the picture. But yeah, man. I mean, look. Do I even want to chime in on this?
Apparently Black Guy Travel says this is Ben's dilemma, and why am I talking? So some of you just talk out your ass. Like if I read, oh my god, I think what I'm gonna do for my next attendance, I'm just gonna say whatever pops in my head when I see stuff. I'm gonna stop censoring myself. I've been censoring myself too much. Yeah, I'm going uncensored.
I think I'd
Going
I'd
uncensored.
kind of retweet on what Esther said, but I also believe the bond between a father and a son as it gets older, as the father would get older, he would see above the skirt and the nails. I know tradition holds a lot of weight in a lot of men's heart,
Yeah.
but in modern society, I think he will be able to overcome it.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee, but I hope.
You'd be surprised, Charles. Some of these older people, they're taking it to the grave. Like some people are still determined they're gonna call people coloured. They're saying all this black stuff. That's all this political. What's that PC? What's political correctness? But you're right. I feel like he's got to think about that. Like speak to your dad, and if you feel like you don't want your dad not in your life, and it's more important. I feel like you just got to decide what's more important to you: your relationship with your dad, or your dad accepting you.
Wait, so are we saying that the family dinner, your mum and who did you say his sister?
So his mum, his wife, and his daughters are cool with it. It's just his dad that has a problem with it.
So if there's a family dinner, the dad will be upstairs.
But
No, he didn't say anything about family dinner.
No, but if there was
they
to
have
be
to come
one,
together.
Well,
Like
if he
Christmas.
wears a skirt, the dad probably would tell him not to come into his house. If the dinner's at his dad's house, chances are his dad's going to say, if you're wearing a skirt, obviously we're adding seasoning here, but if his dad's going to take such a stance, it might be a thing where I don't want you in my house, just like that. But I think, to be honest with you as well, it doesn't sound as though, sorry if I'm wrong, but it doesn't sound as though like his dad is that extreme with it. It just sounds like his dad doesn't rate him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's just like, you're not masculine. But he's saying to his dad, everything that you've raised me to believe masculinity is, I do it. The only difference is now I have a nice manicure and a skirt. So what's different? So I don't think his dad is even to the extreme of I think they just had a disagreement.
Yeah.
And both egos are at play here, and no one wants to be the first one to call.
Yeah, but I think it's also because the dad. Obviously, I'm just assuming here because obviously the dad's Nigerian, Yoruba man,
Yeah.
right? So like, if
yeah, are we sure he's Yoruba?
Yeah, his name is Yoruba. I can't say it, but
can't
Oh,
say the
sorry,
name,
sorry.
yeah. So the dad is also advising him, saying, "Listen, long term, your wife is not going to look at you in the same way." You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he said. Like your wife's going to respect you less and less, innit? Obviously, your wife's saying she agrees with it now. Your daughter's saying that too. That's fantastic. But I don't know, man. Like, you obviously would know your wife more than your dad would know your wife. You know what I'm saying? But I think your dad's maybe just looking out for you at the same time. Like, obviously he's a traditional man. I think what you're doing is bogus, isn't it? But I think just to respect each other, just don't wear it around him. Because like you've kind of said in the dilemma, you don't wear it all the time. It's just the odd.
Yeah, it's the odd time, yeah.
You know
So
what I mean? So
don't let the odd strike on family dinner days.
this is it, man. Just
I feel like, some things you just got to think about what's most important to you. That's honestly what it comes down to. You got to just figure out what's most important to you.
If I can get a tissue, please.
Cool.
because he even said that he wants to reconcile with his dad. Like,
Wait,
you
I'm
love your
working
dad,
now.
man.
I've
You know
got
what I
one,
mean?
I've got one.
You know what I mean? He cares about his dad a lot, and he just wants to reconcile with his dad. So I think you just have to compromise. You have to understand our parents are a particular way for a reason, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna change, innit?
They're stuck in their ways.
Yeah, so just respect and be like, cool. Look, around him, I won't do it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel like going forward, you start wanting to ask some questions like, oh, is there space for this in the black community? Then you do that going forward with people your generation. You know what I mean? But the parent generation and that, just don't accept it. I would say. You know what I'm saying? So I don't expect it to change. But
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, Brent. He gave you all the context.
So he said his wife is fine with it.
Yeah.
And his children, or
Yeah.
his child.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate your father.
His
doesn't
mom is
like
fine
it.
as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate your father doesn't like it, but that sounds like it's his problem.
It actually is his dad's problem, you know. Yeah.
Simple.
In the chat though, people are saying there's something wrong with you. Basically saying,
Something wrong with who?
as in the guy.
Yeah.
Basically saying, how are you at this age? You've now
Be influenced by your friends.
influenced by your friends.
Yeah, people are being dishonest there. Because when you make new friends and stuff like this, like you start to rub off on them, their slang, all that kind of stuff, like where they would go that you maybe have never really gone before. Like, yeah, like you don't get influenced by your friends, like good influence.
But I mean, to
Skirts is different.
Yeah,
Skirts is like,
exactly.
you know.
Yeah.
But then if you're around fashionistas, you would adopt like their fashion way because really fashion is just clothes, you know. Fashion is very subjective. It's whatever it is that we make it. When I wear a hoodie, people don't look at me and think, oh, so masculine.
Can I ask this question? I'm not too sure if he's going to give us an update, but like, will it stop? I'm not saying it needs to stop, but will it stop at just the
Painting the nails.
fingernails and the
What else is
skirts?
there?
What do you mean?
Wait,
Right
what
now?
else is there?
Like, what about the mascara and stuff?
Who said mascara?
Oh,
I'm
like
just-
eyeliner.
Yeah, thank you. Them things there. Like, if it goes on to that and it's like, cool, I want to express myself in that way too because I like this and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then respectfully, and I'm not trying to say this in any sort of way, respectfully, like, can you see why your dad and others who have that opinion may think something's going on there? You know what I'm saying?
Again, in my head, I'm only hearing that the people who he's building family with,
Yeah.
his
Don't mind.
wife and his child, and even his mother,
Yeah.
they don't mind.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where he goes to. Doesn't matter if it is that he decides to wear kitten heels.
Yeah.
If his wife, his child, and his
Are you saying kitten
mother-
because I talked about kitten heels yesterday?
I don't know why it's in my head. But
Have you always known what kitten heels was?
No.
See, I'm saying influence. Brent found out what kitten heels are. Now he's adding these conversations.
You ain't see me wearing them shorts though.
What?
You don't see me wearing that short. I'm not going to be influenced to wear those shorts.
Nah, but I don't even think
They're
you're like
lady shorts.
yeah, but
But what's
I don't-
lady shorts? That's
But I don't think you were like hoochie mama shorts anyway though.
No,
You don't
no.
give me that vibe.
No.
I think if I ever saw you wearing shorts,
Jorts.
no, but jorts are jean shorts. That's a real thing. Would you wear jorts?
Nope.
I've got one, but I don't wear it.
Actually,
not-
I feel like your swag would be good with jorts actually there. You give me jorts vibe, swag.
Me.
No, Charles. If I see you in
Wait,
jorts,
wait, whoa,
What's she saying, Charles? What's
Wait,
she
why
saying,
me?
Charles?
Why me? Why me?
because I think you got good swag for it. I think you can. I actually think you can rock it. Brent can't.
Oh, thank you.
I actually think you can rock it. Jorts are nice.
Nice that you're taking it as a compliment.
It is a compliment. Why wouldn't it be a compliment?
No, I'm saying it's nice that he's taking it as a compliment.
Why wouldn't it? Why shouldn't he take it as a
No, I'm
compliment?
just saying it's nice that he
You
is.
can't listen. I didn't just meet you. You cannot trick me.
So
Yeah.
if they are fine with it, yes, it's unfortunate that your father isn't. Maybe he might come around.
Yeah.
Once it is that he realizes that his wife hasn't left. Once it is that he realizes
Exactly, that you're still the man of the
if
house.
you keep moving like that, there's your bloody grandson might turn around one day and say, "Grandfather, how come it is that you look at daddy a particular way?" He might his heart might break, tenderize, and become more gentle. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think like Iman said, like when they get Charles said it, when like as the parents get older, that relationship and stuff like that. When your dad realizes that he's getting older, because you sound like me, you might be an only child as well. I don't know, but your dad might have to fix up. He's got your dad. I think the way he's got to decide what's important for him, his dad has to decide what's important for him as well. Is it that deep that your child is wearing painting nails and wearing shorts?
Yeah, and the fact that
Type
it is
skirts.
that you've had these brethren for the longest while and you're now starting to wear skirts, that is so interesting to me.
Why?
Because my friends don't influence me like that.
But your friends don't wear skirts.
But my friends wear,
That's a huge influence, though.
for example, Margs. What does Margs wear?
Marks wear shorts.
All the time.
Marks love shorts.
Yeah, and he puts his hand on his pants all the time. I'll never copy that.
Yeah, because
I feel it's unhygienic.
because you're operating the system.
You know, they say that area is the warmest part of your body.
I wouldn't know.
But anyway, sorry, carry on.
Well, so some people are basically saying, listen, do what you want, man. Like, even if it is that you progress into the makeup and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, if your wife still loves it, your son still loves it.
All right, Brent, about that
He's
same
got two
point, yeah.
daughters.
Again, I don't know the man's wife, right? I'm not trying to be disrespectful in any way, shape, form, or fashion,
Late.
right?
Once you
What?
say
I
that,
ain't say
we
nothing.
know what you're about to say.
No. But all I want to say is, I think the dad is basically saying, as much as you're hearing your wife say, I don't have a problem with this, trust what I'm saying to you. She's a woman and she wants a masculine man.
So what I hear you
think
saying,
that's what the dad is basically
And
saying.
that's fine.
Forget what your wife is saying to you.
that's fine.
She does not want you to be in the mirror wearing makeup with her.
and that's fine.
know
And
what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
is, he might be true. It might be real. It might be accurate.
Yeah.
But what I'm also hearing is he ain't had no conversation with the wife for the wife to be telling him information for him to pass on information to the son, right? He is assuming
Yes.
that the wife is not going to like it over a long period of time.
Yeah.
Full stop. That's full stop. That's a full stop. I don't have anything else to add to that.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
Okay.
I'm saying, but I feel like,
So he's saying this is what your wife thinks. The
yeah,
thing is,
basically.
He sounds like you. He sounds like the advice that you would basically give. Your woman is going to basically think that you're turning into a woman,
It's not gonna
and she's
happen
not.
to
She's
my
gonna find you less attractive over a period of time.
Hypothetically, it's not because it's not happening to me.
Yeah, but in my head, like I said, he sounds like you.
Because that's what I would say.
This is it.
That's why I say sounds
Even
like you.
without consulting,
That's what I'm
even
saying.
without consulting with his wife.
I don't need to.
This is it. This is it. This is what I'm saying.
because
Full stop.
because generally, and this is what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying, as if I'm the dad. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
Question.
thinks-
Again, we're in the spirit right now, right?
rebuke
This-
a bad spirit.
Hey,
The
spirit.
same way
I'm liking
you
this.
basically said this guy sounds like me, right? I'm going to throw you in a little hypothetical.
Oh man.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
if Esther got married and Esther's man decided to basically wake up one morning and paint his nails and wear a skirt,
Yeah.
how do you think Esther would react? Mama, you spoke for that anonymous guy that called in.
Honestly, I don't think Esther would like it. That's what I think. I think Esther would want the man that she fell in love with to be the man and that to show in how he carries himself. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. Esther don't need to say that.
But based on Esther's stance in this advice
All right.
segment,
Yeah.
do you think that conflicts with what you've just said?
It might do, but remember, like what I may advise somebody over there.
Are you saying that she?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying what I may advise someone over there may not be what the advice I take for myself.
You're really good at
She
dodging
what?
questions.
He said she what? She, you know, I've got a fork. It's a metal one as well.
Is that mango eating?
Yes, mango and
mango.
strawberries.
All right, cool.
Very
Good
sweet.
morning. Who is it? Black Rub.
Yeah, hello.
Sorry, I was on mute. I didn't realize. Morning. Can you hear me?
We can.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Blessed and
good,
highly
thank
favored.
you.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. With this stuff, I always go like, have you ever heard of the thing called the Overton window?
Yeah.
Politicians talk
Yes,
about
I've
it.
started hearing them talking about it recently. Can you explain what
So-
it is?
So basically, if let's say I, as a politician, wanted to do something that is very unpopular. Let's say I wanted to. Okay, I always use the example of taking away people's rights to protest. That would be extremely unpopular, regardless of your left or right. So what they do is that they implement small laws that are acceptable, and then they shift the Overton window so the level of acceptability until we get to a place where we end up doing what they wanted eventually, but they do it in slower steps. So that's what I sometimes think happens with these. I know some people may think it's a conspiracy theory, the emasculation of the man. So you can never, if it was the 1980s and you say, hey, we're gonna introduce this, we're gonna make introduce something crazy, everyone will be like, whoa, that's crazy. So they go, okay, what's wrong with mascara for men? What's wrong with this for men? Like that, introduce small things that independently are inconsequential, but slowly allow it to increase the Overton window. So what was unacceptable before becomes acceptable now because you shifted what the center point of what acceptability is until you slowly get. So like now, what's nail polish? What's skirt? It's nothing, right? 20 years time, they'll add something else, and then you find yourself at an end point that is
an extreme endpoint, but they had to slow walk you there because if you did it too fast, everyone would push back. So that's why I think this is a lot of time. So one, he's getting influenced by other people, which says more about his. You know, he said he's a masculine man. I think one of the main things about masculinity is to be a leader and also be able to kind of think for yourself. And I think that's more concerning than the actual nail polish and the skirt itself. That's the skirt and the nail polish are symptomatic of him being able to get influenced by his friends to do something like that. When it's like, if he had said, "Oh, I just wanted to do it and it's my own thing," I would actually respect it more. But the fact that he said that he got it from other people, I was like, bro, at your big age, like, you're not 15. So that's what comes to mind when I hear these stories. I think this is a byproduct of. He's like an anecdotal case of what I see as the Overton window slowly shifting towards the direction of the feminization of the man.
Can I ask Black Rob, do you feel like there's a difference between masculinity from a visual aspect or masculinity from a characteristic aspect?
100%. Yeah, there is.
And do you think both both angles are turning in this direction, or just the visual aspect?
Both. I think the visual one is actually less, like, obviously the character stuff has bigger implications, but the visual stuff is the stuff that's easier to kind of finesse through media, because in reality, what is nail polish? In reality, in a what's the word? Yeah, by itself, individually, nail polish is not an actual issue, like, really, but it's when you put into the context of what the direction they're moving men in, then that becomes a symptomatic of something bigger. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah.
The same way I always hear about, like, I heard about people that saying that, yeah, generations ago or whatever, there was if their little boy was like, "Oh, I'm dressing in a tutu because I'm going to wear princess dress," they wouldn't care because it wasn't. But because of it's not an issue. But because of the era we're in now, where you hear about school books and what they're trying to indoctrinate kids within books and stuff like that. That's why something that was inconsequential before, now sometimes some parents might be a bit more apprehensive of letting maybe their son wear a dress or something, just because they think about the context in which the whole society is right now. But if they were the same parent maybe 20 years ago, they wouldn't care because there wasn't all this other stuff going on around in the education system and this and that and the other. So then they're just safeguarded. They're like, he probably doesn't care. He's probably just having a fun, but I don't want to risk it. So I won't let it. And it sounds bigger saying that to some people, but some people are just so scared of, like, the indoctrination in other ways that they safeguard against things that they probably don't think is really an issue anyway.
So my last question for you, Black Rob, just to come back to asking for a friend, would you say you're a traditionalist?
Traditionalist. Yeah, I'd probably say I would.
Okay,
I'd say,
so based off that answer, do you think you could ever build a relationship with your son?
If I was the father in the situation?
Yes.
I think he took the wrong approach. At some point, like, if he's at that age and he's decided to do that, I think it sounds bad. The battle's already been lost. I think so. You just have to be like, boy, you're my son. Accept him for whatever he's doing, but maybe because you can't help someone if you shut him out. So if I was the dad, I'd be like, I'd express my opinion that, yo, I'm not really rating this, but you're still my son. Yo, let's have dinner. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Because if you take too much of a hardline approach at someone that age, they'll just be like, bro, I'm a big man. Do you know what I mean?
True. Thank you very much, Black Rob, man.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
You know, it's killing me. It's mugs. Mugs in the chat. So bad they're putting things in the tuna.
Hey, it's true, you know.
Cannot take you seriously, mugs.
It's true, you know. There's estrogen in the soya milk. Estrogen in the tuna.
I don't eat soy milk. I don't drink it. Whatever the case is, I'm on my business. Okay. Well, I hope he's got some good advice from all of this. I don't know if we helped per se, but I'm hoping we did.
I think we did. Just be yourself and stuff, but around your dad, respect him and just don't wear that sort of stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And pray.
Who?
Is it pray?
Yeah.
I think both parties need to pray.
Yeah.
Dad's got a hard heart. And the uncle needs to pray as well. I think everybody needs to pray. The mum, the wife, everybody join hands together.
It's come from a place of love, though. But what I do like about this, the guy who wrote in, is that he obviously wants to reconcile with his dad. know what I'm saying? So I do like that. Even though you feel offended by your dad, you still want to come to some sort of middle ground.
That's important, actually.
Yeah, so I like that, man.
Sally, can you
Did we say
join
Discord?
the Discord
Sally.
if you would like to participate in this conversation?
You gotta
Sally,
be quick,
one
bro.
The
job.
phone is not connected to the unit.
Saleh, one job you have.
One job.
One job.
One job. I think it's because you might have mentioned tuna.
Yeah, that was his trigger. Can he eat tuna on keto? He can't, can he?
I think you can.
Yeah, only like meaty stuff and fat stuff. No carbs. So yeah, so loads of protein.
That's a hard day. that's a hard day. Yeah, I think ultimately you gotta decide what's important for you. Blah 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 blah. Chris is finding a different fry in the chat, so there's that. Saleh, you gonna go on Discord? Should we move on?
Yeah, we can move on and then
All right,
come back to him if it is.
Let's
that
get
he
into our
fancies.
conversation with Charles.
Streets.
All right.
I'm about to flop.
No, you're power of the tongue, Charles. No. So basically, right, we have the lovely Charles who is from our community with us today. How are you, Charles? I hope you've had a good time so far.
Yeah, it's been good, man.
Yeah?
It's funny, I told Brett I didn't want to come on camera, then I realised I can't see it. But anyway. We'll get to that.
So was it not meant to have you on camera?
No, a long time ago it was meant to be like a Zoom call.
Oh, was it okay?
And then I changed my mind. I was like,
Oh, nice.
F it.
I feel like it's nice to have you in person. That's it's nicer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we
Definitely.
can see the and feel the shade like emanating from your physical being.
Shade is in, what kind of shade?
He's been doing it for the entire time.
Charles is funny. I love Charles. All right, lovely. So as you know, Charles, we're going to play a game with you. You already discounted yourself out. I don't like that. So we're going to play a game with you, a game of general knowledge questions and this or that. I'm definitely rooting for you, babes. I am. But as you know, if you don't know the answer, you can just say pass so you can get a different question asked. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be very like fire because it's just me and you.
Exactly, yeah. It's a perfect opportunity for
It's
you.
perfect. So, all right. Charles, you ready?
I'm about to say pass the most times in my life.
No, you got this. You got this. Brent, are you ready with the?
I am ready.
Okay, should I start?
Sally, if it is that you accept the invitation while sat there, please don't chime in until it is that we are finished with this little game.
Why don't you just mute him?
I don't know.
Actually, yeah, because then he'd just be yapping. He wouldn't know he's not transmitting.
Yeah.
But, okay, Iman, should I start?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second question looks long. I can't bother to do that. Okay, Brent, Charles,
right.
you guys ready?
3, 2, 1.
Local or national?
Local,
1,000 minus 2 plus 4 is what?
1,000.
What two elements make up hydrochloric acid?
Hydrogen and chloride.
Harris or Trump?
Sorry?
Kamala Harris or Donald Trump?
Neither.
Where is the capital of Germany?
Germany. Where?
What's the capital of Germany?
Oh, Berlin.
Hugh Laurie acted as a doctor in what TV series?
Apple TV or Amazon Prime?
Neither.
The Spectator is a left or right wing paper?
Pass.
Who helped Malcolm X write his autobiography?
I'm sorry, Emmanuel, but pass.
Up or down? Don't say
Up.
pass.
Like a true Nigerian. What is the main ingredient in salsa?
Tomatoes.
Name 2 countries located in South America.
Brazil, Venezuela.
Red or blue?
Blue.
Finish the sentence. 3.
2-1.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that. That was good.
Okay.
But we're giving Charles question. No, did this or that? You get 1 point for picking one.
Yes.
Charles picked neither a few times. So
so
is he
you
getting
got-
neither points?
Yes.
I'm not into politics and the stuff I heard about, what's her name,
Yeah. Kamala.
is not great.
What stuff have you
How many stuff you heard? But I know she's got a great silk press.
And just pandering.
But don't all politicians do that? People are strict, you know.
And I heard on the one podcast that she's what Christy would call a C word.
A coon?
I didn't say it.
I was thinking see you next Tuesday. Yes, coon works. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
And Trump. Well, yeah, Trump's Trump.
literally. And I think that's what's sad though, because Trump is Trump, people kind of have like greater expectations of Kamala, and then because she's just normal, they're like, "Oh, you're disappointing me."
Mm-hmm.
But then Trump, because we know Trump is Trump, he gets obliged to just be a nuisance.
Wait, can I not get extra points for not conforming?
Okay, he's bringing a twist to it.
He's trying, but
I say we give him a point.
Nope.
Does he get a
Sorry.
point for the hydrogen chloride because of chlorine?
We have to treat
I was
everybody
gonna
equally.
give him that. I was gonna give.
Oh,
him
now
that.
you still want to treat people equally.
We have to treat everybody equally.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fair enough.
It's not true, Charles. Don't.
So what you want from us, Charles?
Y'all don't treat people equally. I'm joking.
Diversity.
Where's your sound effects, Brent? Okay, well, I don't think Charles came last anyway. Someone didn't answer any questions, so that's
Oh,
positive.
yeah, that was.
That was
No, but Charles did good. You know, I'm just getting the scores up now.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, you did better than you think. You know,
That's good.
you
Well done
actually
for you.
got.
Is the Keto King gonna talk, or should we just move on?
Yeah, he's not here. Where is he?
I have invited him to speak on numerous occasions, but he's not coming to the stage, so I don't know if
Okay.
whatever he had to say, he feels it's important enough.
Okay, fair. All right. So, Charles, can you tell us about yourself, please? It's a brief bio.
My name is Charles. It's funny, I had like a whole intro.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but because we're using my first name, I can't really use that intro.
No, do it. Let's know.
Nah, because it's rude.
Oh. Is it ruder than what the show has been today? It's been a tussling show, actually, as a matter of fact.
No, I've been watching a lot of battle rap recently.
Okay.
So
Yeah?
I'm in battle rap mode. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yeah,
come on,
man, come
Charles. Don't give us a teaser.
Yeah, I need clarification on what that means.
What, battle rap?
No, watching battle rap.
Oh my god.
This guy's insane.
Let me ask.
Are you okay with this?
Let me ask a couple questions. I need to ask a couple questions because if you have not always been blind,
Yeah.
I could understand how the language would take a while to basically.
For you to adjust.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because I'm normally the one in your position and I just got tricked.
Ah.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
Like you see the reply that I sent you on WhatsApp.
Let me see. I think it was also a bit cheeky.
Yeah. That's normally,
So you're usually the cheeky one.
Yeah.
Or you met Brent.
yeah.
You met your match.
So this
Spider-Man,
is I'm the
Spider-Man.
Phoenix, but he's the fire. It's alright.
I think Brent might be worse though. I don't feel like anyone like Brent exists.
All right. He says, arrived. Do you want me to use the main door or the side gate? How did you know?
You're so annoying, you know. Okay, well, as long as Charles is having a good time.
Yes,
Your
that's,
cheekiness,
that's a great question
yes.
to ask. Is it okay for us to basically treat
Don't
you
say
like anybody
us.
else in the
It's
room?
you.
Oh,
Me and
sorry.
Iman are
I
respectful.
wanted to see if it could be a blanket coverage.
I can't do it.
No, anything.
Oh, you can?
I can't.
Why?
'Cause I just think it's cheeky.
No, anything can fly with me. Honestly.
Okay.
Honestly.
Because you never know. With like, I feel like people deal with the different abilities in different ways. So some people are sensitive about it because you never know. Like it might have happened recently. They might still be trying to adjust.
This is it.
So if you're out here making jokes, they're looking at you like, "Wow, what a witch!" And obviously, some people just want to see the better. Like they're funny, they're cheeky. It doesn't change their personality and stuff. So never know.
Like for me, amongst my eyesight loss, I've dealt with other disabilities from birth.
Okay.
So comedy, laughter is what I use to.
Nice.
Um.
Like a coping mechanism kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah.
Do you mind telling us what other disabilities those are?
Yeah. So it will kind of lead on to how I lost my eyesight.
Okay, so you weren't born.
No,
With no
I lost,
eyesight?
I
No
lost
way.
my eyesight 2 years ago in May.
Wow.
No way.
Wow.
Just the other day.
Wow.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. But I had fun though whilst it lasted.
Okay, so can we get into it?
What would you like to know?
I said give me a brief bio. You're telling me about battle
I'm
rap.
saying.
Okay, so do you want to do a battle rap intro? You don't want to do it.
We want to hear that.
I actually want to hear it.
Wait, do you guys know what biotin means?
No.
Biotin is obviously when you steal another person's.
Biting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought like biting the vitamin.
No.
That's how you say biting.
I heard biting, bro.
Okay.
Biting.
Go over
Yeah,
them.
biting.
So I've stolen all of you guys' intro,
Oh,
Okay.
This is lit. Okay,
but it doesn't rhyme.
you don't have to.
Okay.
Our intros don't rhyme anyway.
So the name I normally go by is Nossa.
Okay.
So it was like, it's your boy Nossa, 5 foot plus for pure temptation, melanin overflowing,
Ooh.
KOD, which stands for King of Darkness.
Okay.
Shit, I forgot my bars.
It's because he started talking about the devil. That's what happens.
You say it in one time.
Oh wait, I remember the last bit. Oh wait, and if you can't say Nossa, Nosa, then you're a tosser. If you don't know the meaning of tosser, then you're stupid. That's a double entendre.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What? Okay, that's lit.
Mugs.
You have to
10
drink some
game.
water after that, bro.
Okay.
I will do actually.
Just kidding me there. Basically, we obviously, Iman, we know who said it first. You can't come here to why you're overly ventilated. You would not plagiarize. Okay, so Charles, can you tell us about yourself then, please?
Yeah. So I can give you a quick overview of my other disabilities that led to me losing my sight.
Okay.
So it just adds a bit more context. So I was born with quite a rare disorder, disease, illness, whatever you want to call it, called Ego Barrett syndrome.
Okay.
So it's a chronic illness that affects the development of muscle in the stomach region.
Okay.
So for some people, it can literally affect your lungs, heart, anywhere.
Yeah.
But for me, luckily, I say luckily, but look where I am 25 years later. But, luckily, it affected me in my kidney.
Okay.
Where else? My bladder and some other organs. So from a young age, I think from the age of 2, I was put on dialysis
Oh wow.
because one of my kidneys failed at birth,
Wow.
and then the other kidney was kind of like below par, I should say. So hence why I needed dialysis. So there's 2 types of dialysis. There's peritoneal dialysis, which is done at home, and there's hemodialysis. Hemodialysis is the one done at a hospital. I had peritoneal dialysis.
Okay.
So my mum was doing my dialysis every night for 6 years. No,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
5 years. And then by the grace of God, in 2007, March 9th, I got a kidney transplant.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so that was my first one.
So how many years? How old were you then? So you're 25, you said.
Yes.
Oh, so you're 99.
Yeah.
Obviously about 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was 7. So obviously with having the transplant, that's a new lease of life. I was able to have somewhat of a normal life. So this is where I then skip forward about maybe 15 years to 2022. So one of my boys must have called me to say, yo, come down, because I'm a big car fan, love racing, drifting, everything.
Yeah.
So he said, yo, there's a car meet in London, let's go to one. So I thought, all right, cool, I'll come down. So I went to it. Bearing in mind, the week before I landed in the hospital, I had this really, really bad headache. And what I would tell people is if you suffer anything, as little as it is, especially men, please get it checked out. Because I was doing macho, and didn't do anything about it. So car meet happened. Car meet happened, and then I must have come home that day. Then the next day or the day after, I really can't remember. I just remember my brother, my auntie, waking me up, getting me dressed. So I basically had gone into crisis mode. So I was able to walk, stand up, and all of those things, but I wasn't there.
Wait, sorry, hold on. From going racing?
No. As in like, no, not from going racing. As in like, because I went like racing the night before.
Yeah.
And I'd didn't listen to myself or to my mum, to be honest, when she told me go to the hospital when I had this really bad headache.
Yeah.
So this story really hasn't got anything to do with the racing, except for the fact that I could have been in hospital earlier.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So when you say crisis mode, sorry, what is that? What do you mean?
So I was like semi-unconscious.
No way. And you did... Well, I was going to ask, did you know? Obviously, duh.
Yeah. So it's a very weird feeling because I knew what was happening to me. Everyone was getting me changed, but I had no control of myself.
And you were at home?
Yeah, I was at home on my bed. And the funniest thing is, apparently I was like, stripped. So I must have like gotten home, completely taken everything off, and then just knocked out.
Just passed out?
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, I was then, obviously, ambulance was called. I was rushed off to, what hospital was it? Barnet Hospital. And the last memory I remember is a doctor putting a blood pressure on me, and that's where the story ends for that section. Now the next part is when I was then put in an induced coma.
What?
Yeah. So my levels must have like elevated. Everything was all over the place.
From a headache?
I'll explain in a sec. It's, as mad as it sounds, it's not. The headache was due to something else. If that makes sense.
Just a symptom.
Yeah. I'm doing build up.
Okay. No, you trust me.
This story is gripping so far.
This silence is deafening, okay?
You're doing well.
But yeah. So I was put in an induced coma for about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. It's funny because I remember being put in Barnet Hospital, and then I woke up in a different hospital. I won't say the hospital, only because... Actually, no, the reason is rude.
No, they're pieces of shit, innit?
No. It's a good hospital. I just don't want it to be... Anyway. I just don't want them to get stick.
Yeah, it's fine. You know,
based off my story.
Yeah, remember I told people about what I told you guys about the internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, just, yeah, you can leave it out. It's fine.
Yeah, you can say what you want about
You can tell us after.
Yeah. So I woke up. So my mum was fighting for me to go to this hospital because this hospital was my main hospital.
Okay.
And so whenever Barnet needed authority to do anything, they would ask this hospital for authority. So my mum was like, why don't you just
go there?
Go there. Bearing in mind, sorry, I'm doing more build up. My mum was back home at the time.
Oh.
So my sister, whilst I was in the coma, must have got a call and said, you have to come and say your last goodbyes.
No way. Said it to your mum?
No, to my sister.
Oh, the doctors, they called your sister to say that?
Yeah. Just to say it's not looking good. He's suffered from brain damage.
Damn.
Come and say your last goodbyes. and so on. So I think from there, that's when my mum has now come back home from Nigeria, back to England, and she's come to see me at the hospital. She's praying. Like all my aunties are praying for me. All the church members are praying for me. You know the whole shebang.
You know, man.
Yeah. So 2 weeks later, or 2.5 weeks later, I woke up out of the coma.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently, my mum was playing music in my ears, and she would shout, "Charles, if you can hear me, tap your fingers." But at first, I wasn't tapping my fingers or anything, and then eventually, I started tapping my fingers, but I don't think the nurses were listening to her. And luckily, my auntie was there, so my mum was like, "All right, I'll go away. You do it. You tell me if you saw what I saw." And so yeah, they saw what I saw.
Wow.
But unfortunately,
Charles, sorry, can I ask a question? Quick question.
Yeah.
Were they basically looking to just stop the whole? Was you on
induced coma, innit?
Yeah.
Life support.
Yeah.
So
they're just trying to look it off.
Kind of. I don't really know that end of the story. I don't like to ask questions like that, if I'm being honest.
Fair.
Yeah.
Just used to ask the one question you can't ask.
Yeah, it's funny because the second half of this story is anyway.
Yeah, don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it. Let's go.
Sorry, where was I? Oh, I lost my train of thought.
So your auntie, your mum left the room and said if they can do it, and then they saw that you were tapping your fingers.
Yeah. So I must have slowly woken. I don't know how if I woke up or if they woke me up out of it, but I definitely know that with an induced coma, you have to wake up of some. I think. So unfortunately, the first time I woke up, I don't remember.
Oh wow!
But what I do remember my mum saying was I was like really emotional. Wait, why did my voice just break?
Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've said this story like 100 times. Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought.
okay.
So when your mum woke up, your mum said you were very emotional.
Oh yeah, I was very emotional. I was like, I wasn't able to complete uni and all those sort of things.
So you're definitely Nigerian. Imagine waking up from coma and the first thing is you didn't come to meet your assignments. Nah.
So yeah. So that happened. That was the first time, and then
First time.
as in the first time I woke up from the coma, and then the second time is what I remember. So the second time I woke up.
Sorry, Charles. So when you say you woke up,
This is what I'm saying.
so after the first one, what happened?
There was the second time.
They put
What
you
happened
back
the
in?
second time?
No, as in like I must have gone back to sleep or.
Oh,
Okay.
Just regular sleep.
So you just regular sleeping.
Don't say just
Yeah,
regular
Rex
sleep after we
tired.
just knew he was in a 3-week coma.
Yeah, just tired. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Cool.
And then what's it called?
Do you actually feel tired? Sorry. Do you actually feel tired after waking up from a 3-week coma?
See-
Isn't coma sleep?
But your body
Yeah.
isn't. You're not feeling your body.
Yeah.
So once you're unconscious,
Yeah.
you're not feeling everything you haven't been doing and whatnot, right? So now sleep and tiredness will hit you
What is that?
because you're conscious now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
I must have like passed out, but in a positive way, not a negative
Not
way.
at the
this
okay.
time. So the second time I woke up, which is very interesting, is when I woke up like blind.
So when you woke up the first time, you weren't blind.
No, I was blind.
Is that why you were emotional?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah.
But do you remember being blind the first time you woke up?
No, I don't remember it. And when I spoke to my therapist, he believes that my brain, because obviously your brain is very clever, it will lock away things that it thinks will harm you.
Yeah.
And I say to people when I say this story that if I remember those memories, I think it would change my aspects and my characteristics today.
What do you mean? In what way?
So the same way I was emotional, crying, whatsoever, hell bent on completing uni and so on. I think that would still be in my mind till today, as in like, how do I say it? I'd be very like an emotional wreck.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, this isn't a bragging thing or anything. Not everybody can handle losing their eyesight.
Yes.
I've heard very terrible stories of what's the word you guys use? Trigger warning
yeah.
of people ending their life or trying to end their life and so on. So yeah, the second time I woke up, for some reason I was just used to my eyesight gone.
Really?
Yeah, it was very weird.
And it was just a few hours later.
Yeah. So what my because remember like I told you guys, I've grown up with lots of other disabilities. So what my brain tends to do is, for my family, what I tend to do is and say is, I'm all right, I feel fine, I'm all right, I feel fine. So by saying that, I know that my family is rest assured. So I think that's what explains the second time why when I woke up, I'm telling the nurses and my mum, my sister, everyone else, my brothers, I'm all right, I feel fine. So yeah, I've woken up. Okay, so here's the build-up is now over. The reason why they say I lost my eyesight is because of my transplant failing.
No way.
So yeah, I just want to sidetrack. This is not to blame myself, but I did miss quite a few appointments from hospital because I was suffering with something called OHD, a factory hallucination disorder. It's a disorder where you feel as though you're smelling things that aren't there.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you guys do some research into that. It's quite a nasty thing to go through. So I couldn't be around people. So I went from living in a 6-bedroom dorm to having to live by myself in a 1-bedroom flat.
And the scents that you were smelling, what were those scents?
It was flipping disgusting. I've never smelled it before. I can't even say if it's shite or BO or I don't know. It was just disgusting. And it was... Sorry, I'm backtracking. It got to a point where I was like showering 3 times a day and it wouldn't go away. I was washing my clothes every day, still wouldn't go away. And then
Are the scents there though, and no one else can pick it up?
no one else can pick it up.
But they are there.
It's not there. It's your brain telling you it's there.
Yeah, it's perceiving that it's there.
Yeah. And fortunately, the one thing... It's weird because my mum would tell me, Charles, I don't smell anything on you, and so on and so on. And I'll be honest, I love my mum dearly, very much, but that wasn't enough for me. And it wasn't until I got to a doctor, I remember December 2021, I asked him, which doctor was it? It was my urologist. I asked him, Doc, Professor, do you smell anything on me? And he was like, nope. And he was like, why? And it's like, well, I've been smelling this thing. I've been talking to a therapist about it, and we think it's a factory hallucination disorder. And he's like, no, I don't smell anything. Really, honestly, I don't. And best believe, within 2 days, that the really harsh major symptoms of OHD had gone away.
So what do you think that's down to? That is a professional has now told you that it's this and like, so your mind, your brain basically now said, all right, cool, let me focus on that. And then the scent, or you smelling things that weren't there, it
went away because I put a lot of trust in doctors.
No, but then the doctor said he couldn't smell anything.
Yeah.
But your therapist told you that it might be that. So Is it a doctor saying? Because the doctor didn't necessarily confirm what your therapist said, or did he?
Not necessarily, but to be honest, the therapist was from my main hospital,
Okay.
and then the doctor was from the urology is at UCL.
Okay.
So that's a completely different hospital.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to kind of what Brent was saying. I put a huge amount of trust into doctors because I've basically been going to hospital my whole life.
Oh, I get
And
it now.
Power of the brain is what I'm
Yeah, I
saying,
get it now.
and
So yeah, so
persuasion and
so the brain
whatnot.
is like, no, there's nothing there.
This is to the
Yeah.
point that we were talking about with Demi. I understand what he's
Yeah.
saying. There is so much trust placed in them because they're supposed to know
They're supposed to
what you're talking
know.
about. And
Yeah.
we rely on them to just tell us the truth. So that was what was powerful for him
That's
to now.
amazing. For his brain to be like, okay, nothing's there then, and we'll carry on now.
100%. Just imagine if it's that particular doctor or that guy said
yes.
Yeah, I could smell it. Do you understand? He would still have that.
We still have that.
Yeah. So so fast forward back to like April, May. So because of this, I was kind of missing a lot of hospital appointments.
Okay.
When I say I went to that doctor in December, it didn't fully go away, but it went away to a rate where I could now go out
Okay, yeah.
and socialize, but it would still be lingering in the back of my mind, if that makes sense. But I was still missing hospital appointments, unfortunately. And again, like I said, not to blame myself, but if I had gone to hospital maybe a month or two earlier, then I could have started dialysis a month or two earlier, and I wouldn't have gone into a coma and so on. But anyway, we move. So I was in a hospital. Sorry.
So that's Mike Flag. You haven't done anything.
So they had tried. So they'd done several biopsies when I'd woken up, and they had seen that my kidney had suffered huge rejection. It was my body was starting to reject the kidney.
Sorry, but you got this kidney when you were 7.
Yes,
And at what age was this? When you were, like, when all of this was happening?
22.
So your body had rejected the kidney from age 7.
No. At age 22, it was starting to reject.
Oh.
So unfortunately, because it's a foreign organ, they don't last forever. Although there are stories where it can last for like 20, 30, 40 years. But as a young adult, there's a less chance of it lasting longer because of like your way of life. The food you eat, the activity you do.
Your body changes and all that stuff.
They say it lasts longer with the elderly because they're not...
Like your body's developed kind of thing.
Not only developed, but they're not eating the rubbish that we eat, if that makes sense. And they're not drinking like we do, or they're not partying like we do.
But then, were you drinking and stuff? No, you're clearing your
Clear
throat.
his throat. Take another swig.
Of water.
Yeah.
You're clearing your throat.
Yeah, back then I used to drink a lot.
But then, when you get kidney, do they give you like rules and regulations of how to live?
Yeah.
Charles.
Deja vu.
So it's funny because I call them super nurses because at age 17 I left Great Ormond Street Hospital.
Wow.
Deja vu.
One of the super...
What deja vu you
I've
having?
been here before.
You live here.
The same super nurses, the same Great Ormond Hospital. I've been here before.
It's funny, I used to get deja vu, but I don't get them anymore.
Since you've been blind.
Yeah.
Do you think you need I guess you could need. You could, yeah. That didn't make a damn sense. I was making hella noises. Sorry, I was working with my thoughts. Remember?
I understand what you said. I completed those sentences.
Same.
Love that.
So yeah, when I left Great Ormond Street Hospital, one of the super nurses, Michelle, said, "I know you're about to turn 18, but please do not drink too much." So yeah, to be honest, when I say I used to drink a lot, it wasn't a lot. I'd have periods where it was a lot because, you know, first year of uni.
That freshers and stuff like that.
And so on and so on. And then I'd obviously joined hockey team. So then there's that side of things when they're doing nights out or...
And they love to drink.
They love to drink.
Them little sports unions in uni.
Yeah,
gosh.
They love to drink. I know we're a bit sidetracked, but I remember first sport union back, I was taking the home. I was living in Birmingham for like 4 or 5 years because I went uni in Birmingham. So I was going back from Aston to Perry Bar, and I was gone. I don't know how I made it back home. And then as soon as I went back into the flat, I threw up all over the like kitchen table,
Oh my gosh.
and I didn't deal with it till the next day. And then my flatmates said, they would never let me live it down, if that makes sense. So yeah. Anyway, back to 2022. So they had done several biopsies. They had said that my kidney was rejecting. And it's weird. At first, they didn't know I was blind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because I said I was blind that they then started getting neurologists, ophthalmologists, and all those orthos. So I'd had a few biopsies done, kidney rejection, and then that's when they did a 24-hour dialysis on me. Because my kidney was rejecting, they tried what they call like a slow dialysis to kind of help the body to filter out, because your kidney is used to filter out all the like deadly toxins in your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, they say there's like one of three reasons why they say I lost my eyesight. One, they say it was nutrition. The second reason was because my kidney had failed, so the deadly toxins that would normally be filtered out by the kidney was now being pushed into my blood.
Damn.
Which then poisoned the optic nerve. Now, unfortunately, the optic nerve is one of the weakest nerves in the body, which means it can't be resurrected.
Oh, so you can't.
So unfortunately, this is for life. Well, God willing, it's not for life, but by science, it's for life.
You can pause and drink if it is you need to,
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Right, cool.
Honestly, I'm just trying to remember everything because what my brain does, it locks away a lot of memories.
Traumatic stuff.
Yeah, so I don't mind pulling it out once in a while.
You've done really well though.
Yeah.
See what you did there.
You're so annoying.
It's the right smile on his face.
I know.
Yeah.
I told you, like, you guys will soon understand that. I understand
I
where
understand.
Brett.
I understand.
Me and Brett are like, it's
yes,
alright. It's
yes,
alright.
yes.
It's literally, and you're both wearing the same hat. You both got bucket hats on.
It makes sense.
It makes sense, meant to be.
I don't know about that one. But yeah, snap! I keep losing where I was. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to help me out here.
That's all right. You stopped at.
It was about the optic nerve being the
Oh yeah, so the
Yeah.
optic nerve is the weakest
nerve in the body.
nerve in my body. I want to backtrack to COVID. So my doctor said I have to get the COVID jabs
Okay.
because I'm a vulnerable patient. So that I agree with. So I have
So wait, okay, you weren't vulnerable eyesight, but you're vulnerable because of your kidney and
because
stuff.
of my kidney.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because when you have a transplant of any sort, you take immunosuppressants.
Okay.
Immunosuppressants is what allows your body, which stops your body from fighting the organ, the foreign organ, amongst other anti-rejection medication. So I had the 3 jabs of Pfizer. Luckily, it wasn't AstraZeneca or all the other bullshit ones. So this is why I get pissed off, because when I was in the hospital, that's the first time where I actually ever caught COVID.
Wow. In hospital.
Yeah, but COVID's around the hospital. You know, when you go there for to get your heart checked, you come out with that leg.
To be
Do you know what I
honest,
mean?
it makes sense. Your body's already like weakened, right? And this vaccine has strains of the actual virus in it, so it makes sense that you would catch it.
Especially in the hospital, because people say you're more likely to get an infection in hospital than anywhere else.
I hope my story is making sense so
It is.
far.
No, it is. It's
We're
yeah.
following and we're entertained.
Okay, good.
Oh, gripped is what I would use.
Mm.
You know,
Actually, yeah, entertained is a
it's wild.
Yeah,
Crazy.
But that's your
word.
friend.
Yeah,
So
what I meant was
I just
what it meant
realised what
was
you
you've
said.
got my attention.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
play,
yeah,
fair
yeah,
play.
yeah.
So yeah, that's why I would say I was forced, but I had to take it back. To do with the vaccine.
just slightly nudged,
Yeah,
shoved,
yeah.
if you will.
So I was in hospital doing dialysis. The 24-hour dialysis.
Oh, is that when you caught COVID?
No. This was before.
Okay.
So then, so for about maybe 3 weeks, 3-4 weeks, I wasn't doing dialysis. I was just in the hospital having checks done. I had probably like 3 or 4 biopsies. And if anyone doesn't know what a biopsy is, well, at least for a biopsy for a kidney, is when they numb the area, and then they insert like a syringe or a gun, and then they shoot the gun, and it takes a layer off the kidney, top layer of the kidney, and with that layer they can work out whether it's rejecting or whether it's not, and so all types of information. So yeah, and then this was like one of the most. So there's 3 moments in the past 2 years where I suffered the most pain, which is the next part. The next part is when they said, okay, now we need to put a central line in your neck. So a central line is what they use for dialysis. And a central line is kind of like a long-term form of dialysis. So I still kind of had the scar here. So they start here, and then they tunnel through like all the muscle, through all the fat or wherever's there, through your neck, and I believe it goes straight into your heart, because that's obviously where the blood is. So yeah, that was the most painful thing, and I was awake.
Oh wow.
So when they said we're going to put a central line in your neck, I honestly didn't think it was going to be that painful. So I was in a cheerful mood, and I was like, all right, yeah, cool. This is gonna be a breezy one. Flipping hell. When the practitioner said, "Are you ready now?" and I said, "Yeah." The scream that I must have screamed.
Is it like a port thing?
A what?
Is it like a port?
What do you mean by port?
So is it like one of those? I can't remember what the proper name is, where like you said, it's attached to your heart.
Yeah.
And whenever they need to draw blood or whatever, they just kind of connect it. Is it similar to that?
Kind of.
But yours is basically not there anymore, though, isn't it? Or is it still there?
No, it's gone.
Okay, cool.
It's
Okay.
it's a short term but long term. So it can only, because it's plastic, it can only stay inside your body for so long. Otherwise, it will grow infection. The long term form is what I'll explain next.
Okay.
So I was on dialysis 3 times a week in so and so hospital. And to be fair, I'll be honest, they were treating me well, although there was a bit of a barrier because I'm not sure if they'd dealt with a blind patient before, and so there was a lack of, how do I explain? Not only was there a lack of understanding, but there was a lack of care.
Like making the right adjustments.
Yeah, making the right adjustments, like even things like food, lunch, breakfast, dinner. So you order your food, you order your lunch, your dinner. They'll come and drop it in front of you, say, "Oh, dinner's here," and expect you to know how to eat it. Bearing in mind, this is when I'd first lost my eyesight. Obviously now I can eat any meal with my eyesight, but back then it was crazy because I'd be hungry for hours because no one would come.
That's crazy.
But it's at the same time it's not their fault, because this is why I didn't want to mention the hospital. It's not their fault because the staff there are very, very overly worked. So you've probably got like one nurse covering 8 beds. So they can't really put full attention to you at all times.
So this only happened one time? Because I would assume that if you waited hours to eat.
Oh no, several
first-
times.
So each time, were you sleeping when they brought the food?
No.
So
Is it like no one on the ward was getting food, or
No. Everyone would get their food, but everyone else can see, so they can eat for themselves.
so you will get food, but then there's no one to help you eat the food?
Yes.
did you
yeah.
ask them to help you eat the food? Help feed the food to you?
See, that's why I say I can't fully blame them because
You were quiet.
yeah.
No, but they should ask, do you need help though? They know he's blind.
Yeah, so it can go both ways, but in all honesty,
He can now eat without help.
Yes, but at the time they would have his records, but also as well, if you're in a hospital, it's what you ask. Like, oh, do you need help with that? Like, you got to make the concessions for a differently
No,
abled
100%.
patient. Do you get what I
But
mean?
In that failure, you default to using your mouth.
But you know what it is though as well? If it's happened several times, the first time you bring him food and you see that the food is untouched, Charles, what's wrong? Why didn't you eat your food? Like, do you get me?
Did he tell them?
No, but
That's-
no.
that's why I asked.
I
It happened more than
I
once.
get what you're saying. That did he tell them? However, if they're coming there to pack up the food and they're seeing the food is untouched, every time you're taking the food is untouched. Breakfast, lunch, dinner is untouched, and you don't think to like be like, oh, Charles, what's going on? Why aren't you eating your food? Like, I think they have a greater duty of care than he does.
I agree.
We know that a lot of people are in situations they can't. People don't advocate for themselves in these situations
I agree.
enough.
And I know that you would be observant like that.
Yeah, but nurse should be extra
I
observant.
guess
Who am
all
I?
of them won't. So at one point in time, if you want to eat, if they come and collect the food and it's still not eaten, say something.
Can I just want to
Yeah, let me know who they are. I want to cook them on Instagram.
wait, what?
So let me know who they are. I'm gonna.
No.
Leave a few comments.
I was just gonna end this convo by just saying, I'm quiet because I was really polite, and I'm very self-aware. I understood that a nurse has 8 beds to herself or to himself,
That's the thing, yeah.
so I tend to just let them do their thing.
Means you weren't hungry enough.
Don't be silly.
I was just joking. I was joking.
I was gonna say no, because I was about to cuss you
I
out.
was joking.
Say LOL quickly.
Lol.
As soon as you finish it, yeah. That's
Honestly,
wild.
anything can fly with me.
No, not with me,
Sorry
Charles. He
about that.
doesn't.
Sorry about that, Charles. That was a bit of a low blow. I shouldn't have suggested that if it is that you were hungry and you wanted to eat, you should say something.
I'm cool with it. Honestly,
He knows
looks
what he's
like
doing.
he
Don't worry.
needs
Leave him. You might hear something like a bang. It'd be me throwing my shoe at Brent.
to-
'Cause he knows what he's doing. Talking about.
Yeah,
Anyway.
any sorry should be given to Esther, not me.
Thank you very much, Charles.
Aw.
What a king.
You want to take a drink, a sort of sip?
No, I'm good. I'm
All
good.
right.
Damn.
Yeah, because Brent's been a twat.
Basically, you said that they weren't looking after you. They were letting you just leaving the food there and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is why I say I love my mum dearly, because she's been there from the beginning, from age 0 to now, obviously. But she stood up for me
Your
a
auntie?
lot. So she was fighting my corner a lot, telling them, why are you leaving my child hungry, blah, blah, blah. Can you please just, even if it's just 10 minutes out of your time, just get one of the HCAs, that's the healthcare assistants, to just help feed him. And eventually that's when they started to feed me. And the main reason why I say, again, I know I keep going back and forth about this, but they really are overworked. And when they did start to help me, I could see that it was really cutting into their time a lot. So I felt kind of sorry for them, but I was hungry. So
That's their jobs, man.
yeah,
But again, sometimes you just don't want to be a burden to people.
that's how
That's
it
the
is
thing.
for me. For me, number
So-
one thing is Number one is
So Brent is screwing up his face. You're not like that. You're not like other people.
I
Respectfully.
100% don't want to be a burden to people.
Yeah, but you're very like, just imagine this man's one talking about yesterday is not confrontational. You, sorry.
If I
flashback.
care so much about them helping others and not me, and I pop down on their watch, how is that helping them? This hunger could lead to other things.
Yeah, but I think
I need the nutrients in order to heal.
But you know how you said about the whole trusting doctors because they're experts and whatnot? It goes both ways. Don't scrunch up your eyebrows. It goes both ways because you're thinking they've got a lot they're doing and stuff like that. I don't want to be an inconvenience. And also as well, surely in my mind, if I was Charles, I'm thinking surely they know that I need help.
I'll be honest.
You don't need to read my mind.
I don't want to ruin this really lovely moment, but
When we cooking Brent, it's alright, babe.
yeah, I love it when you and Brent have a go at each other. But to be honest with you, I was too weak. That was at the bottom of my list. It was just survival mode, to be honest with you. So yeah,
We need to clean your nose a little bit.
me.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you so much.
I wouldn't tell Brent. Okay.
Um,
Never mind.
So what's it called? Let me skip forward. So earlier I said the 3 reasons was because of nutrition,
yeah.
the kidney, and the third reason was because I had suffered brain damage to my head. So there was a build-up of pressure in my brain. And once there's a build-up of pressure in your brain, in your skull, I should say, there's nowhere for it to exit. The only way for it to exit is by damaging something. So that's why they say it could be 1 or 3 things or all 3 things that happened to me at the same time.
Gosh.
So yeah. So dialysis. I had the tunnel put in my neck. And then fast forward a couple of weeks, this is when I was then told I had COVID. And then they put me in a isolated ward, which was kind of traumatic because I was used to being able to talk with patients around me. And then all of a sudden I was now stuck in 4 walls, hearing a dialysis machine beep every so often. So yeah, that was quite hard to deal with. And then eventually I got the go-ahead to leave, basically. So I think I was in hospital for 2 months, but it was spread over 3 months, if that makes sense. So I went in the end of May and came out July 1st, I think. Yeah.
We got a question from one of our...
If you don't mind pausing for a second, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
Tony Ty says, curious to know if Charles's dreams are different now since losing his eyesight.
Oh, I'll be honest with you, my dreams are shattered. The dreams I had were... it's actually a great question. Dreams I had was to settle down by this age, have a job within the mechanical engineering field, and probably get into property management. So yeah, so my new challenge now is finding things to do.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Which is why I wanted to share my story, because I thought it'd be like an opportunity with me to not only share my story, but get into the media space, if that makes sense. But yeah, does that answer the question?
That's deep, man.
Thanks for that. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Strange enough, when I read that question, I thought something else.
Same.
What were you
I was going to
thinking?
get into that.
What were you guys? I didn't think. What were you guys thinking?
Because when you basically asked, I was like, okay, you mean dreams and aspirations in life?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when he sleeps?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, when I sleep. Oh,
Yeah.
I hallucinate all the time. Yeah. So in the beginning,
Hallucinate or dream?
Both.
Okay.
Now I'm curious.
So it's funny because this blind club that I go to, one of the guys say, in the near future you'll stop dreaming of people, and I'll explain why. In the beginning, I was dreaming like normal dreams, and also in reality, I would hallucinate. So let's just say I was having a conversation with you three in the room. Like an hour or two later, I would hallucinate and make up an image of who I think they look like.
Ah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Do you know what your faves look like?
My who?
I said
Said
faves.
not you.
Yes,
You're not a
the
fave.
bits of your faves. And that's what we're talking about. Esther, do you know what she looks like?
No.
Manuel?
You guys started your podcast after I lost my sight.
All right. Okay.
Oh, why are you
What-
sitting up?
What do you think Esther looks like?
You can be as descriptive as you want to be.
What?
What did you say?
White.
Oh my gosh, yeah. People thought Brent was white.
They thought
Before Brent was a white guy with dreads.
Serious?
A fat white guy with
So let's
dreads.
start with Esther. Go on.
Oh.
what do I think Esther looks like? And I always get this wrong, you know. Well, cause
There's no wrong answer.
okay, because he's on the pod, you talk about going gym a lot. So I know the physique is good.
You ain't tell one lie.
He said she giggled. She like,
Not one lie's been told. I've been hiding or whatever, but you know, it's okay.
no, that's right.
Okay, I know that's right. Yeah, Charles.
You've talked about your different hairstyles, so that's easy to work out. Because being around a lot of women, I've seen a lot of different hairstyles. I don't know. To be honest with you, what else to say?
Do you think her smile is infectious?
What kind of question is that?
Because for me,
Yeah.
you come across as loving. You keep on saying empathetic, this, that, and the next. So
Yeah.
you laugh a lot also, and you're very, very cheeky. So I
Yeah.
would assume that when you smile, it's prominent on your face. It,
Yeah.
it
Okay, fair.
literally changes the countenance of your face.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
fair.
Hence me asking him that question. So when you may not picture features,
Yeah.
but would her smile be seen or felt across the room?
Yeah, definitely. And I'd say, based off what I hear on the podcast, see how I didn't say see.
Because you know Brent's gonna say something.
When she is when her mood changes, it's very obvious.
Oh, you said you usually get this wrong. You are hitting.
100%.
You are getting it right. Maybe when you
100%.
think, maybe you get to other guys. But
It's because Brett said I shouldn't do features. When it comes to like things outside of features, I can work out people very quickly.
Amazing.
Just a sidetrack really quick. That's the one thing I really, really miss about my eyesight is I'm a very, very observant person. I can work people out with my eyesight very quickly. Just like, you know how Emmanuel talks about, or Iman, sorry, talks about boxers, how they know by someone's twitching what they're about to do. It's kind of like that for me. Yeah. So yeah, what does Emmanuel look like?
How tall is he?
How tall is Emmanuel? Well, with the amount of him, he
okay.
He's a tall man. He's a giant.
Listen, I think I read mine
He's a
too.
giant.
Goliath.
I'd say he's like above average height, so like 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
And I think you definitely have to have a serious look to you if you're expressing the messages that you express. Brett, What do I? Well, now that you told me,
Brent, but you know.
Brett.
Potato,
sorry, I'm
potato.
so
I think Brett runs.
Brett is work.
You act like a Brett sometimes.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Sorry, Brett.
No,
Sorry,
honestly,
Brett.
no, a big thing for me is getting people's names wrong. Brent. Fuck's sake. All right, cool.
Sorry, Charlie.
Can you imagine?
So Brent, well, you guys have said he's very cheeky. So again, like he said to me, it would have to be the smile. He would most definitely give off facial expressions that will exactly show what's going on in his head without him realizing, if that makes sense. What else? Well, you guys have said he's 6 foot, so that's out of the way.
And Margs.
Margs.
Yeah.
I'm just letting Charles know I am going down to the stage because I want to use the loo. And so I'll come back in a bit.
Cool.
So,
do you want me to?
how long?
Do you want to use the toilet in here?
Please.
All right. cool.
Because I'm outside in the car. So it's like,
Oh,
That's cool. Sorry about that.
sorry, go on, Charles.
Yes, Charles.
Oh, okay. And Margs. I think I saw Margs in. Was he in the Link Up TV?
Yes.
When they were.
Ruining people's careers. I'm joking. Yes. Yes, he was on that show.
Yes, I think I already know what Margs looks like.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only person who I know looks like. Again, not to be rude, but I didn't really know anyone, including Margs, until this show.
That's not rude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I know Margs is on his whole media mogul.
He'd be alright. He'd be alright.
So
He's had West thinks so too.
How'd you find out about TDA?
it was by accident,
Okay.
actually. I can't remember how I found it, but I just remember I found it. You guys were, I think Margs was doing a video call.
Oh, back in his Zoom days.
Yeah. Yeah, I found you guys in like maybe October 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a few months into us starting actually.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how I found it, but I just stuck with it. So I just thought you guys are talking important matters and you're giving me the news at the same time. So it's a win-win, to be honest.
Are your other senses very heightened now?
Yes.
What's your strongest one, would you say?
Smell.
Okay. Is that that hallucination smell thing, is that gone now? Completely?
To an extent.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say it's completely gone. Yeah. So it's quite a smell and sense of what's that
Like
word?
touch?
No.
What are the 5 senses? Hearing, touch, eyes.
Yeah.
Smell.
This might not be a sense, but sense of direction.
Oh yeah, I get what you
Okay.
mean. Oh yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Up to a point where it kind of scares people because, for example, if you were to I'll go back to smell. If you were to peel an orange in front of me, I'd be like, "Oh, you having an orange?" Because what people don't realize is when you peel something or eat something, it sends there's particles in the air of whatever you're eating, and so I'm able to
Tell.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Hearing, yeah, my hearing is heightened, definitely. Up to a point where no one can whisper around me anymore. So if you have any secrets,
You can hear it.
You know the thing is, I noticed that, because
Yeah, because when Brent was trying to be, when Brent was saying things.
I was like, you heard that?
yeah. So you have to be a mile away, literally. What other senses are there? Eyesight. Oh, that's gone.
Okay, Charles.
This guy.
Sorry. And touch, yeah. For me, touch is weird because of the damage that I suffered to the brain. it's messed up the nerves around my body.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, for example, what used to be, what? How do I explain this? So like a cup of tea. Normally, you can hold it with your hands.
Yeah.
I can't hold it anymore because it's like
Nerve
it's
damage.
nerve. Yeah, it's nerve damage. So it's as if the sensations in my hands is reversed. So everything's either too hot or it's too cold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's annoying because, for example, let's just say my mum is giving me a piece of chicken out of the air fryer. Or, like, I can't hold it in my hand. It has to be given to me on a plate or something. If that makes sense. What other senses are there?
I don't know. Yeah. Someone asked, do you live by yourself?
No. So I moved down from Birmingham back with my family.
Okay. Did you guys always live in Birmingham, or was that just for uni?
No, that was for uni.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you got like other siblings and everything, like all in the house and?
Yeah, I've got 2 siblings, and the older sibling she's married off. She's gone.
Okay.
So you're the middle child?
Or
the last?
Second.
Second, yeah. Yeah, oldest boy.
We do have to wrap up here, but I do want to ask you,
Yeah.
See, now I was conscious of the words I was going to use.
Say it, man.
Okay, where do you see yourself in the next
You know what?
5-10 years? Like, because you said something that was sad earlier.
It's very sad. That's really stuck
about
with
your
me.
dreams, you know what I mean? And like, you wanting to do this, property management, get married, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be easy for me to say don't give up on them, right? But in your mind, if you kind of have, hopefully you haven't, what do you then see for yourself?
See, that's why I tell people I'm at a blank slate. I'm still hopeful of those things.
Okay, good.
One, marriage. That's got to be a difficult one because I don't care what anyone says. Marriage is like your dating preferences is based off your site. And then character second. But I'm trying to obviously deal with that. Career-wise, again, like I said, I want to try and get into the media space. I don't know how possible that is. Or I can probably still do property management, but I first need to learn how to use a computer.
Yeah.
As silly as that sounds, I need to buy a screen reader, and those softwares aren't cheap.
Okay.
They're like £800. And then, was there anything else?
Can I go back quickly to the whole thing about preferences and stuff like that? It's based on your site, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, this might be a bit of a silly question, but do you feel like you could potentially, I don't know, just have deeper feelings for a woman, for example, than the average man because you're not having to focus on the physical? So it's like you're connected in a different way.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think that's only after I've of course.
Overcome
that.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. But I know you guys are wrapping up, but maybe next time I'll explain the second half because the second half is where my life has changed again. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely please come back if it's not an inconvenience for you.
Nah, I'm free, man.
Jinan just asked if the initial condition you had is hereditary.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
No one in my family has it.
And then Veronica asks, are you currently learning Braille?
Again, unfortunately, it's something I've shied away from.
Why's that?
It's to do with me coming to terms with my eyesight loss. Once I learned Braille, it's me basically telling myself, yes, you've lost your eyesight.
Are you in therapy? Are you still in therapy?
I was in therapy until July, and then I started therapy again.
As in July this year?
July this year, and then restarted it, yeah.
Have you found that that's kind of helping you? And also therapy as well, for something like that that's dramatic that's happened, is your therapist like tailored to like traumatic events like that?
So when I lost my eyesight, they gave me a renal therapist, as a
Okay.
renal psychologist. So his background is renal, but
Okay.
he was still very helpful. Like he like 5 stars to him. The way he said I should react to it is like grief.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that it's kind of like not dumbing down, but reducing how you feel about what's in front of you. So you know how when you've lost someone, you may think about them from time to time.
Yeah.
But the way you think about them is not in a negative light. It then becomes into a positive light. So he said that's how I should see my eyesight.
Oh, is that what you said earlier? That then you had a great time while you did have your eyesight.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple of things. First of all, I could definitely commit to you coming once a month to be a guest host, right?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to get into the media space, you need more practice doing this particular thing. 100%, you can come and chill with your faves once a month. That's if it is that you can manage that, right? Obviously, because your mind is outside, and she just came back from holiday.
Is that going to do anything?
No, she just told me that she came back from holiday.
Oh, okay.
And he giggled when I said it, so apparently there's a story
I'll
there.
tell you afterwards.
Is it? Oh.
Secondly, how did you find us?
What?
How
Oh, you
did I-
missed that. You were outside.
Oh, sorry. What did he say?
Rewind
Oh,
it.
it
I'm
was-
joking.
No, it was by accident. It was on Spotify.
Okay. And why'd you stay?
Because you guys were talking about important matters
All right then.
and giving me the news at the same time.
IG.
And I'll be honest with you, when I first lost my eyesight, I didn't like watching movies or watching TV.
Yeah.
So just listening was a good way for me. And to be fair, you guys are, without realizing, you guys are very descriptive.
Yeah.
So I didn't really need to watch a video.
All right.
And again, shout out to Marks, because sometimes he'll be like, this is for the audio listeners, and then he'll describe what's going on in what's the section he does? Done Out Here, for example. So yeah, that's really helpful.
Amazing.
We do have to be mindful of that, actually.
Yeah.
That is true. What do you find, just quickly, sorry, but what do you find is like the one thing, because I think it's sad that you can't pursue the career goals that you desire. I think when people have conversations about diversity in workplaces and stuff, it's like race and stuff, but then what about people who are differently abled? So there's that. But what do you think is like the one thing that people are not conscious of when dealing with someone that can't see?
That one, I'm still normal. Well, me personally, I can't talk for everyone else's experience. And secondly, I don't know how to explain it. Sometimes I need a bit more time, if that makes sense. Like even like little things like socializing with people. I can't socialize the way I used to because, all right, you look at me, then I know it's how we're having a conversation. I'm not talking to someone unless you call my name. And it's not the way I want it to be, but that's the only way I can.
You can know.
I can know, yeah. And then lastly, just even little things like handshakes. Someone would be like, all right, in a bit, safe, Charles. Hold out their hand, expecting me to know their hand is out.
When they're trying to trick you.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, sorry, man. And then they'll grab my hand, sort of thing.
Have your friends changed since?
Oh, that's a big thing. He's basically family now. He's really, really adapted to what I've gone through.
Oh.
And he's so a lot of my friends have changed for me, yeah, definitely.
As in they changed for you. Have you lost any friends as a result of it?
Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
But the main reason is because I made the decision to come off social media. And things like Snapchat aren't accessible using Siri or VoiceOver. Or
Okay, yeah. So, are you on X? Would Twitter be?
I have a Twitter account, I don't use it.
Okay.
Same with Insta. But everyone's telling me to use it, but I just feel like Like I went on Insta the other day, and it was like so and so user could be a picture of 4 girls in the bikini, and I was like, what's that got to do for me?
Oh, that's what it tells you.
That's what it tells you.
So it could be, you know, it might just be E-Man carrying the flag of the Black Nation. Imagine. Oh. Well, yeah, Charles, I hope you take us up on the offer of coming in.
Yeah,
Because we definitely need to know about the other half of the story. It's just, you know, time is not on our side today.
No, most definitely. When you hear the story, you realize why I'm free all the time. Before, I used to tell Brent I could only come on Thursdays. But yeah, I'm free anytime.
Okay, nice, man.
And Brent needs to have a word with your carer that just came off from holiday.
You see him giggling again?
I like Charles is a vibe, man.
Sorry, I have things in my head that I can't.
That you can't.
Just to finish off, when I first
You got that good media training already.
Yeah, when I first came out of hospital, I had zero filter. When I say zero filter, like it was diabolical.
Why do you mean that is there? You feel like, listen, I ain't got nothing to lose anymore.
Yeah, quite literally. Like, I'm sorry for the white people listening.
Charles, where you going?
No, I'm sorry for the people listening, but it got to a point where I was swearing in front of my mum. And
No, in front of a Nigerian mum, that's a big deal.
And that's why, again, I love my mum dearly because she just let me do me. And she would pull me to the side and be like, Charles,
You know you shouldn't speak like that.
Yeah.
My mum has a British accent. But
I love that.
but she can code switch. She's been here long enough, but she can code switch anyway, you know when parents are angry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she'll put me to the side and be like, Charles, you're super aggressive. I just want you to let you know. And then that's when I first learned about the word passive aggressiveness.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was just basically my segue. But now I've turned off the filter and it's all in my head. So yeah.
Now, Charles, you've been great. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. And being so open, transparent, vulnerable as well.
Anytime, man.
Like, we really, really appreciate that. And hopefully see you again soon.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you, man.
Did you enjoy your experience
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'll be
Just
honest.
imagine he said no.
No, because I'm normally the person behind the camera. Because I used to do videography and photography.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, and a lot of editing, but obviously that's in the past.
Wow.
So, this has been amazing. I'd say I'm more of a. I'm really good when the conversation is bouncing off other people.
Okay,
if you get what I mean.
When the spotlight's on you, it's a bit different. But when it is you're joined in on the conversation,
It's fun time.
Then,
Yeah. So this has been great. I'll be honest. Something told me to just message you guys 07564841073. Just
So your memory's great too. Love that.
But something told me to message you guys, and I was like, Charles, should I really do this? And then I just did it.
I'm glad you did.
But then back in May, something happened, so I couldn't do it. And then here I am today.
Did you talk about how he's actually a shareholder of TNB in TNB?
No, we didn't.
He is actually a shareholder in
up.
TNB.
Charles,
That's how much
man.
he
Support him.
supports what it is we're doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're a real one.
Absolutely crazy. Anyway, like I said before, one session a month. I am extending this invitation.
Sure, man.
I talked to all the crew before I did that, so it's not just me just going off the cuff. But please take us up. We need to hear the end of that story, and I need everybody else to see who you are outside of the story images that you've just shared. Because I know that there's hella shade.
Trouble in there.
Wait. What day is Mark's born on?
I don't know, you know. His birthday or they said the day he was born on.
Birthday.
Oh, it's
Actual
the
date.
Date.
Isn't it the 20th of August, I believe?
Oh, okay, I got it wrong then.
When's your birthday?
25th. I thought
Of August?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you think that you guys are the same?
Yeah, because I think
Oh my gosh, Charles, are you a killie?
course he is.
Yes, you are, man.
Nah, I used to be, not anymore. I'm a child of God.
Amen. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Look what happened with
Why are you wheezing? You're so annoying. Anyways, thank you very much. Thank you guys also as well for tuning in. We appreciate. Are you gonna wrap up? Should we wrap up or should we just wrap it up right now?
Yeah. Let's wrap up.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Brent is the most childish person I actually know. So childish. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you. Please don't forget to like the video, share this story. And as Charles said, when something is not, I can't even lie, that's definitely me as well. I always get bad headaches. I need to go check it out. But as Charles said, when something is not going on right with your body, please, please, please check it out. It's very important. But thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah.
And we look forward to you coming the next time to tell us the other half of the story. And then we see you regularly.
Most definitely.
You definitely be the number one guest host.
Mm.
Yeah, you would be, because the other ones, people are not that
They're not as
serious.
frequent,
Until he
innit?
gets cancelled.
I don't care.
Hey, okay.
Charles,
See, in my head, there is a limit where the invitation is extended to. I'm telling you, I know what's behind those eyes. I know what's behind those. I can't wait for you all to see.
God, I beg.
I don't think you guys understand.
Yeah.
One, I'm not on social media anymore.
So you don't even know the rules.
and
You don't even know the rules.
And two, if anything, you guys will have to fire me. So.
I'd imagine we have to have a word with Charles. Say, hey, listen, it's about your conduct. Oh my gosh. But no, Charles, you are very, very good vibes.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming on, sharing your story, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yes.
And guys, we'll be back here for Misogyny Wednesdays. Yeah, embarrassing people, you're a piece of shit. See you guys later. Bye.
Peace.
Just find the